Say Petey Green.
Okay. Peter Green, dang, that's taking it back. That was a good show. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Hey,
Yeah,
Petey Green didn't hold no
darn sure was. No, he didn't. You right on that.
He hold no punches.
For sure. Yep, darn sure didn't.
Right, because that movie just showed you the power of, that radio can have, putting the right message out, how many people it can affect, because he changed the whole city, with his information that he was putting out, all the way to the point where he was able to even be on the night show at that day and age, and he was talking about some real radical stuff, but, when you get influenced and people start tuning into you, they got no choice but to turn to you and put you on their platforms. You see, that's
especially
one of the
when
things.
they know people listening.
Yeah. So I think we'll go ahead and just get started with the call. We get right into it. We got a few on the call. But this is Brother Tank is checking in. Just wanting to really discuss today about ways of going about creating and generating revenue for yourself. Because a lot of us we want to find ways of of being close to the elders. Being somewhat walking with, the elders. And the best way of going about doing it, because if you all notice, the subject has been the same with, ATUN-RE lately, it's really been about, his current everyday situations, him having issues moving around, his security, things of that nature. But once he's able to set himself up and establish himself, he can put out and do more, you see. So it's up to us, to go about helping him to get, to being able to do that. You see, and in doing that, if you have any ways of generating revenue for Also Ice, you see, because at the end of the day, that's what it's boiling down to, because we want to ask him a bunch of questions, about, space questions and, alchemy questions, but that's great, those answers are great, but every day he's sleeping in and out of a van. He would love to answer questions, but it's every day is riding around in this vehicle, having to move around. So, and plus Pops at the time, a long time ago, he came in and answered all the questions, times 10. Pops, he answered every question. Yeah, like with the books, even now today with the videos, he answered every question we can think of, but this day and age is not really, it's about that, but it's about moving forward with the information, and creating, the other current called currency. And that's, because the rule is you cannot rule till you first have served. So all this is doing, is really preparing us and organizing us to be more go-getters, to understand business better, to understand e-commerce better, to understand how building relationships, can go a long way. So Also Ice is building relationships. We're looking to meet nice people and do also nice things, elevate, come together more, work together, and why not break bread together, especially like if it's from, people that's better. A lot of other countries, they deal with family members only, or they deal with, people that they know. Even today, a lot of business owners, they only deal with so many people. I remember Brother Bodie said a long time ago, he said that, he only deal with he only talked to very few people every day. Meaning that, he's only taking care of business, and all the other stuff, you're not really, focusing on. And that's the same way with the chief, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what's the updates on everything? He want to know what's going on with the ins and outs because he's very hands-on. Then he got all that other stuff he's dealing with over there, So Brother Maurice, he was putting together a nice situation to where, because y'all remember the old Ansar Allah days to where people used to go, person to person selling books, and then spreading knowledge that way. Now we have other means of doing it. Like we have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have Instagram. We can create Ansar, new millennials or millennials to be able to, generate income for Also Ice and bring it back and just check it in. You see, and then that's creating systems and distributing wealth throughout, the whole world, you see, because before it was like, everybody got some books when I hit the streets and sold. You did your peddling, you talk. See, I didn't mean to use the word peddling. They did the pictures for the books, and then at the same time they were, spreading the love of Dr. Malakazi Yokel, our master teacher, who's currently incarcerated. we had thousands of people selling books, thousands of Ansars. So we're gonna do the same thing all over again, but this day and age is gonna go about it a little different. Now we can use other means, other social media ways, other ways of reaching people, to spread the doctrine, spread the knowledge. And it's the same system, same energy. We're not reinventing the wheel. We're just, using different distribution models. You see, so Maurice, if you want to, discuss what you put together with the Facebook energy and what you research, and ways of gathering donations through Facebook.
So you did want to still move forward with that.
It's not me, first of all. It's not.
Okay.
Forward. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Well, I know.
We just gathering information. We just bouncing ideas. Because
Right.
This it may not take place tomorrow. It may not take place next month. But it's likely it can take place. But now we're discussing, different energies of ways of, you see. So, yep.
Yeah. All right. So I got my pad right here in front of me. I didn't know if that was still put on hold, but from the Facebook standpoint, you can use Facebook Messenger to send free will offerings or to purchase works from ATUN-RE. The payments are free. The thing is that people will have to have it's two forms of payment. It's through debit card and PayPal. And I know the master teacher said he didn't want to mess with PayPal anymore. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay. So, like I was explaining earlier, there has to be a debit card that someone has to have to receive the money. Like, I sent my son $1 from my messenger. You open up a conversation in Messenger, and then there's an option right above the keypad. If anybody has Facebook Messenger, when you go, like if you're in a conversation with someone and you look right above your keypad, you'll see a dollar symbol. You hit that dollar symbol, and then it'll take you to a screen where it says either you're going to receive or you're going to pay. From there, you enter the amount, and you have to enter your information. Debit card. There's no credit card, only debit card. And like, let's say I'm gonna send $1 to Tank, then so I put $1, I enter my debit card information, and then I say, boom, I'm gonna send it. And we're in the conversation. So when he gets that $1, it has to be an account. He has to enter his information to receive that $1. And I did do that with my son, and it worked. So that's the means and methods of doing transaction on Facebook Messenger.
Perfect.
May I add something real quick, if you don't mind, brother?
Go ahead.
Yep.
All I was gonna say is what I see that maybe like Tank could pull the money, like maybe you could have a debit card, right? And then you take the money off that people put on there, and then you Western Union it to ATUN-RE.
Right.
That's what I was.
You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
That's what I was thinking. Like that could be smooth. That way, the brothers from the UK can do what they're gonna do there, and then boom, however long it takes for that money for you to withdraw it, you can withdraw it, and then Western Union to him. That way, ATUN-RE ain't gotta wait.
This method of payment is available. The method of payment is available in France, the UK, and the United States. So, and anyone who has any questions, like I said, I didn't know if that method of payment was on hold. So, like I was putting it down because I know you said you wanted to gather the information and put like a place.
Bouncing ideas. So how we go?
Okay, we bounce ideas. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also right. We family. So. We just
10-4.
It just circle around, it circle around.
Oh,
but the fact is that, even though we hate PayPal, I know ATUN-RE, he despises it, and I'm probably going to get backlash for this, but we got to deal with that animal for right now until we have a better means. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like, gonna be how it is temporarily, because you never know at times.
Okay.
So I'm thinking with this Facebook, people all over the world gonna be donating on Facebook. You see, you can get the payments, and then we can have other people doing it as well. So others, volunteers using their Facebook to gather contributions for ATUN-RE and being able to send them directly to him. You see, then we just have a paper trail and a log for it. Then people gonna submit with their credit card. People gonna submit with their PayPal. But the thing is, that receiver gonna receive it and then be able to send and distribute it out. You see, so it's like we just looking for smoother processes. With PayPal at times it sends up to like be a crick in the neck. It's like so we're just looking for a better, smoother systems to be more efficient with things. You see.
Okay.
So yep.
Have you received that dollar that I sent you yet?
Yeah, I saw that. I like the login on it. It was very interesting. I was just making sure that, my whole thing was that it was logging so we can know where the transaction came from, how much it was for, and who it went to, and being able to get that dollar out as easy as possible. So that was really the main things I was looking for. Then I was going to pitch it to the elders. And I'm still, they still looking into it. It may be 6 months, maybe tomorrow, but we moving action towards it. You see what I'm saying? That's the whole thing, is moving action.
Okay.
And saying, the whole thing is that ATUN-RE is out there. He's not. He crank. Y'all hear that? His truck. Y'all hear it crank up. It sound like a jet.
Damn.
He's in this every day. So we need to get him in something more, economical friendly. Immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can go ahead and start. Well, we can talk more on it. I should have some more feedback on you on that. But that's good that you're researching. On that. And then too, Anthony, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but the nigga gene still is a go. So we're looking for maybe we can get some samples done, or get something sent to ATUN-RE so he can touch them. You know what I'm saying? So he can start we can start putting that into motion. I know before you were kind of putting some pieces of it together regarding getting T-shirts and stuff. So we kind of still want to move forward with this. So you want to share anything your input on the nigga jeans?
Yep. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear
you, man?
Okay, all right. Yeah, I was going to say, I was just waiting on, somebody, let me know when to move forward. You want, how y'all want to do it? What logo? Not the logo. We got the logo. What design or pattern out of the ones drawn do y'all want on there? The first pair, what does it look like? Because I can put the one that I created that's got all of them in one on there, or I can split them up, do them individually. I can do that. Y'all want what is it? T-shirt or a pair of pants, or like a T-shirt and a pair of pants. But I can afford to do maybe an outfit with my money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can do an outfit and give me the measure, give me ATUN-RE's sizes and stuff, man. I get the outfit for him.
I like that. So that way we can get some visuals going. So we can get some.
This Roger, I'm sorry. But,
what's going on, Roger? How you?
What's up, Rod?
Yep.
Shaddah Da.
Shaddah Da, big bro. I sure help you with that.
Yeah, maybe brothers can pitch in and get like a few samples, so we can get some visuals. But I think, the logo that ATUN-RE chose of the pyramid and the Sphinx, with the nigga and the jeans, it's going to be the one we go with, and get maybe some T-shirts of that logo, and then the actual, it being in, maybe with the jeans, somewhere on the jeans, and it being a patch maybe. And then getting a sample for it. Then maybe, you can take the pictures with it on that, and send it to us.
Man, that wouldn't be no problem. But that's fine by me. I get it, I get it done. Probably a little bit more. I I mean, I ain't no big dude, but I ain't no small dude neither. So, but I get it done. I'm gonna draw. I'm sorry, what you say, sir? What you say?
Just let us know. Just let us know about the price. Just let us know about the price. You know how much. Like I said.
Well, you know, if it's just me, if I'm just paying for the prototype, you know, the sample, and I'm gonna be modeling it, then anybody got to pay for that. I'm just talking about when it comes to buying bulk, getting the whole lot done.
Yeah,
that's all.
Well, that could be a time for us to pool our resources also. You know, a good, you know, right. to make that manifest. You know the brother Septet, is that how you pronounce his name in England?
Septet.
Yep. Septet. Oh.
Yeah, I just befriended him on Facebook today, and when his page, you know, popped up, I noticed there was a lot of clothing advertised on his page. Are any of y'all familiar with that? Is he involved in that?
I think he reposted those from Brother Pharaoh. I think Brother Pharaoh was putting together some shirts and some design. I think that's what he does already. So he probably I did put him send him an invite for this call. I think September is retweeting that, or like what is it, resharing?
Okay, so that brother already has a lot of knowledge when it comes to the clothing lines and what the avenues to take to manifest that.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And we could probably have it going. Look, it don't have to be in one area. He can work it where he at, and I work it where I'm at.
I like that. Yep.
You know, that way it can get done. You know, like Ray said, and it was two you do see and one you don't.
A distribution.
Distribution. You know,
multiple distributions.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll go ahead and do what I got to do, and then brother Terry. Is it Terry or no? It's Pharaoh. Brother Pharaoh he's doing the clothes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
He do all of that. Like he probably do incense and soaps and everything from scratch. I don't know how to make no soap, you know, no incense or nothing like that. I wish, you know, I need somebody to teach me that. I need to learn that trade. That'd be nice too. We all can learn from each other, so we can go out here and do that type of thing as well. How many brothers on the line know how to create something that everybody uses every day with their hands?
Yeah, I know I know a guy that do it, but I don't do it myself.
Yeah, if we learn how to do that all together, you know, we could eliminate one need right there. Not only can you use your own product, but you can sell it too, you know, to make money. So
you're not the middleman.
I know young elder said that his wife does all of that. I know on one of the conference calls that we had, she said that you know, she
deodorant and everything.
No. Deodorant, soap, all of that.
Yep. So that's good. But then with the jeans, you know, we just get a few samples. So maybe I guess next call, maybe in a few days, we can discuss what exactly items you're going to get, which fabric, then the cost associated with it. So we can get that going. And that'll be nice.
All right.
I think, Tank, you were also saying something about Oso White shirts also, right? I guess that'll be with the logo.
I'll rock one of them. You know,
Me too. I was thinking about that today.
He gave us a good quotes on them, you know, on getting a bulk of them, you know, but we got to get that bulk. That's the thing, you know. So I'm thinking we could start off with a few, you know, then get some visuals off of that, and then just kind of take that and just put it on the site. And then as people order, we can just reorder. It'll come together. You know, the thing is, as hard as doing anything is just starting. You know, just that initial step. You know, but we've taken that step to go in that direction. You know, we can, you know, keep spending it.
Yeah. So what was the price?
I like the website too. I like the site.
Oh yeah.
Put that.
Yeah, if you don't mind me saying, brother. Yeah, what Tank was saying about us having meetings, like these is like think tanks. You know what I mean? We come together to build. You know, big businessmen. This is what they do all the time. They have think tanks. They meet in a room where they have conference calls, and everybody pull in ideas and resources and everything, make something work. It's what they do. We doing it too. So it's definitely necessary. That's all I wanted to say.
I hope you're right. Some people, that's all they do. I know. I'll give you a perfect example of Michael Jordan. You know, he scheduled all his meetings on different golf courses around the country. So if you got to meet with Michael Jordan, it's going to be 10 o'clock at, you know, Atlanta Golf Club. You know, there the membership is $90,000 membership, and you got to get referred by 2 other people. You know, he got a jacket. He got a locker already full. He got a locker already in a lot of these different country clubs all over the country. And every day he has his meetings there. He talk business on the golf course every day.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's something a businessman told me a long time ago when I was a young man. I'm 42 now. He told me I was, 19. He said, learn how to use a computer. He said, learn how to play golf. Because he said a lot of business deals made on the golf course. Instead of just talking for 5 minutes, you out there for a couple of hours to talk to somebody.
But that is cool. You know, we don't, I mean, then with that golf, again, a lot of times those country clubs, like a lot of them, they don't even allow us as members. So, I mean, you can learn to play that sport all you want, but then they really don't even like you. You know, so I'm not saying that, you know, I was just speaking as an example. I don't like golf. It's like, you know.
No, neither do I. I just thought it was funny.
I don't like people get that misconception. It's like only deals are done on a golf course, because it's not true. You know, because I know a lot of successful business people who hate golf and don't play it. You know, but then again, it's like, but my whole thing is the country club energy. And what is a country club? It's like, or a club. Like, let's take out the word country and put it as a club. A group of individuals.
Hit people over the head with a club.
Oh, that too. Or with information. Hit them in the head with the club or information. You know, what tool you're using. But you're able to network around, you know, other individuals who you know can you know, match what you're speaking about, as well as, you know, a lot of people go to a lot of events, networking events. But real networking events, you gotta, you know, pay access. They're like $2,000 a plate, you know, $5,000 a head. You know, and also Ice, we will be in those meetings. Like, we will have representatives in those meetings. You know, represent Also Ice. You know, on that level, you see, that's what we're headed towards. You know, to the top of the, you know, of this food chain. You know, one step at a time, and that's where we're headed now. You know, Nick Gene gonna be a multi-million-dollar enterprise. So we're gonna have, you know, thousands of employees, factories all over the world, people, you know, Also Ice all over the planet. So, you know, what are y'all doing now? It's important that you be imperative and, you know, consistent and execute, because that's somebody's watching. You know, and then if you do what you need to do, you get rewarded. You know, you get, like, you know, other things, other ways of viewing things. It's really elevating you too. Because me doing what I'm doing is helping me more of a better, you know, communicator, better speaker, you know, facilitator, learn how to work with people. You know, 'cause we got to slow down and learn how to work with each other. We're good at that. But a lot of this new age technology, we try to go about business and not deal with nobody and not talk to nobody. But this world don't work like that. You have to talk to people and work with people. You got to explain who you are, what you got going on, what you're selling, and what you're trying to do. That's just what it is. You can't not remove that. Networking, exactly. But they try to remove that and say, if you on Instagram, you networking. But then you only hitting so many people that really don't give a flip about you. Really just copying your energy and just taking from you for free, and they giving you a like and not leaving you no dollar. So we're gonna you know, we're going to elevate off of that, you know, and networking to right environments to where, you know, it's going to have a beneficial impact. So, you know, that's what we're doing with this. And this is what, you know, we're going to probably have nightly calls going for around this time. You brothers want to jump on. Because we know I'm going to be talking anyway about this time, you know, and it's the midnight hours, just sharing ideas, because, we need to get it done. And then, when you get it done, it's like you're writing, also, y'all, the book of life is being written right now. So, like, your everyday actions are being recorded, are being monitored, your every thought. So you got to be due diligent and busy, because all this is being recorded. So they're like, what are you doing? Do you deserve this blessing? And they say they cut blessings off. If you ain't taking advantage, like if you ain't, doing what you need to be doing, because like you say, you earn your level degrees based on the choices you make.
Right.
So your choices got to be made in doing due diligence work of the Most High. And when you dealing with Osiris, you're dealing directly with the original sacred order inner circle empire of the Most High. Excuse me, repeat that. Original sacred order inner circle empire of the Most High. Oh, so nice. So that's, it's a real energy. It's a real, you can tap into it and do more and more. So we got any other questions? It's been about 30 minutes. We can, anybody want to talk about anything in particular?
I wanted to ask a few fellas, y'all ain't got to really go in on this if y'all don't want to, but, I was chilling today with my wife, and while she was on break, and we was watching, I think it's called Black Lightning. Y'all seen that show, Black Lightning? Y'all know about that character?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that DC character.
Yeah. Have y'all seen the show?
I've seen it once or twice.
Man, they got an episode on the second season. The first episode is called The Book of Consequences. And there's a drug, right, on the street giving people powers called green light. It's called green light. And Black Lightning, right, he was a child when he discovered his ability, to be able to absorb and control electricity. So he's got a daughter that's like a conductor that charges him up, and then he got another daughter that's like uses hers to be kind of like Luke Cage, but it only happens off of her breathing. So she has to master breath control to be as strong and impenetrable as she is when she fights. So, it's the concepts they're using. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot of subliminals in the episodes with the ministers.
About the breath when fighting and how to breathe.
So I can't hear you. Yeah, I can't really hear what that is.
Oh, this Robinson, bro. I said we had a show on that one night, about the breathing techniques and when fighting and stuff. Yeah. So they got it on their show right there.
Yeah.
I gotta check that out though. I ain't saw it yet.
Yeah, check it out, man. You'll like it, man. One of the main villains is a brother, but he's an albino brother.
That's right. Darn sure
you know what I mean? It's a lot of subliminals. You know what I mean? A lot of subliminals. Like it's like they saying it's the birth of this type of brother and the death of this type of brother. How they doing it. But Jill Scott, she was on the last season. And it looks like they practice a little voodoo, huh? Yeah, they did a little voodoo on there and everything, man. So
it's filmed in Atlanta, ain't it? Isn't it filmed in Atlanta?
Yeah, and that's why they haven't done a collaboration of Flash and Black Lightning and them yet because they're so far apart. Flash is filmed over here on the East Coast. I mean, on the West Coast, and then you got Black Lightning filmed down there in the South. So they don't know how they're gonna bring them two together to do a show, or where they, what studios they're gonna do it at. But it's people demanding that happen because he's a DC character. It's part of the Justice League Unlimited. And his wife on the show is the sister of the Black Green Lantern, John Stewart. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that either. That's one a lot of people don't know right there.
Yeah.
And that's a picture that was sent out on the Green Lantern Corps this afternoon. You chose that picture, Brandon?
Cool. Another brother was saying that it was a meteor, a green meteor went over Texas, and it happened a few days ago. Like, it's bright green, and it like kind of exploded, and so like the whole little area was just like that emerald green in San Jose, Texas. Like, boom. Yes, you can Google it. I put the link on the so I added to share it to the Facebook, ATUN-RE Facebook page, right? So a green meteor.
Sound like somebody just came here.
Yeah, a few days ago. You know.
Wonder who arrived.
Yeah, you know, me too, man.
Especially coming with that light.
Yeah, sir. Exactly. You know, that's the supreme right there.
Yeah. Somebody showed up. Like, what it is? Hey, it's another movie, y'all. Listen, it's another movie. I don't know if y'all seen, but it came out I ain't gonna say a long time ago, but pretty decent time ago. And it was Bicentennial Man. You ever seen that?
That was with Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Your friend of mine was just talking about that movie the other day. Yeah.
They got something in that too. There. Y'all seen that? You ever seen The Man of Steel? I think I was talking to Tank about this a long time, like maybe about a month ago, where I was telling him about how it was the codex that his father Jarrell made sure he put the codex inside of Kal-El's blood, and the codex is like it just like a black substance like melanin. And when it went inside the baby's body, it coated all the blood cells black. Yeah. So it's like they telling you, like, nigga, y'all Superman. You feel me? They telling you, man. You know,
that's what Dick Gregory said.
Yeah, and they like to stamp their faces on it. That's the alchemy that they use in these movies on us, so that we can still think that they're superior. They keep a superior lock on our minds, man, with these daggone shows and movies where the white dude is always saving the day, and the nigga is always 2 steps behind him.
Yeah, you so right too, man.
Shoot, I mean, that's why I watch shows like Black Lightning, because they show us doing things on top, controlling things, you know. I don't know who's behind, who directs it yet, but whoever it is producing and directing it is definitely trying to show black people in a more powerful light.
But, you know, from when I was growing up, I hardly didn't see as many black people on TV as I do today, you know, in high places like where I'm from, you know, from the South. Straight up rednecks, you know, but, you know, now I'm beginning to see black politicians all in office, you know, so I can see us coming up, you know. I can see it on the come up. So,
definitely time for that change.
Yeah, So, you know, I guess naturally it is happening. I guess, you know, like ATUN-RE said, we, you know, hey, we had to make it happen. We're going to speed it up.
That's right. Hey, Roger, wanted you the other night who was saying that you were trying to dissolve the black seed in the water?
Dion.
That was Dion. Yeah. That was Dion who said that.
Yeah. Shout it out, brother.
Shout it out, Dion.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah, I've been listening the whole time. Sometimes I just want to listen, you know. How y'all doing, though? Everybody good?
Everybody doing good, man. Shaddah Da.
All right.
Hey,
all right.
Dion.
So yes, sir.
When you were trying to do that with the crystal, what shape was your crystal in?
What shape?
Yeah. Was it just a regular like rough stone, or was it spherical?
No, that what they use the term tumble. That's when they kind of shape it, process it, sort of. So it's
okay.
It's real smooth and like Anthony said, some of them come kind of cloudy with little bubbles in it. So yeah, that's what I had. I didn't have the rough stone.
The only thing I found on YouTube, man, was you can buy it in a sphere, and on the YouTube video, it had like it was sitting on a piece of driftwood in a window, and the sun was coming through that sphere, and you know how you can get it. You can. I've looked on some of them like $13, some of them real expensive, but you can get it in quartz and it's made in the sphere, and it was smoking that wood. Wow. So I don't know if like a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
So I just typed in crystal, quartz. That's correct, quartz crystal sphere, and like I say, some of them, a different range of prices, but it darn sure was smoking that wood. I don't know. On the chat group, you know what I'm saying. Maybe I can try and share it on that chat group that I'm on, and you can check it out.
Amazing. Okay. Now, how big would you say that was, that piece you saw? Compared to a drinking glass. Compared to that.
This is like maybe a tennis ball size.
Wow. Yeah.
Sphere. Yeah,
I had a pebble again.
Yeah, it was smoking that wood, man. That sun was coming through that Jimmy joint and was smoking that wood. So just wanted to share that. I know you said you were trying real hard and it wasn't working, but hey, I was like, I think that heat get put on it like that, man, and it'll dissolve it.
Yeah, I got it in my hand right now, actually, and it's compared to what you probably saw. This is a
I got a piece of it. I got a piece of that same quartz in my pocket. I keep it with me, and I also keep a black obsidian snowflake stone with me too.
I keep crystals on me too, man.
Yeah,
that's all right. That's all right.
No, I was gonna say you're scaring me again. You're scaring me again, man.
Sorcerer stones. Huh?
Hey, I was gonna say you scaring me again, brother. Hey, I do the same thing with the same ones.
Oh,
the same one. Nah, man. And look,
listen, y'all. I'm telling y'all, Dion has got to be my brother. He got to be.
This is crazy. I'm going.
I have no idea, but he's my older
man.
brother.
I'm telling you, man. I was gonna show you tonight when we hooked. When we hooked up, if we was going, So I was gonna say, let this brother see if this is what he's talking about, and also, I might as well tell you now. I was also going to show you. I might as well tell you now that what I have around my neck with copper, have had it for about 1.5 years now. Sounds like what you're describing too that you got. But the name of it it's an emerald green, and what they call it is aventurine, and it sounds like what you're trying to describe. Yeah, now this one is rough. Yeah, this is nice, man.
I haven't made I got the green quartz, but I haven't made anything out of it yet. I got green quartz and lava stone. I was gonna make something out of that. I haven't made nothing out of that yet because I can't think of nothing real nice to make.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I wanted it to be different, and I also wanted it to be where you can, when you ooh and ah when you look at it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's how I am when I grab. I'll be like, man, I gotta do something wonderful, man. It can't just be no basic shit. I don't want you to look at my stuff going, I seen something look like that in the store yesterday.
Right.
You'll never be able to say that about nothing I made.
Very unique.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what, brothers? If you don't mind me listening to y'all talk about making jewelry, you got the nigga jeans, the Oso Ice T-shirts, the possibility to make deodorants, and all of this. You had the All Eyes on Egypt store online. that's the makings of all of this right here. Listening to y'all talk, jewelry could be sold. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'm planning on all that. Trust me.
Plenty of products.
Yeah, because I remember he used to have he would have Apostle have a commercial in the middle of the videos sometimes. AEO, Ancient Egyptian Order, and it would be those products. You're right. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
It would tell you how to get in touch with them, email address, and all of that. And that page. Yeah, that page is on the back of some of the scrolls, and it show you deodorants and shampoos and soaps and things.
Incense,
yeah, I remember that.
All of that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. See if Brother Pharaoh knows anything about making some underwear, some drawers and shit, man, because we need some black people that make drawers for us, because white people been making our drawers forever.
You tell me what they doing.
That's true.
Well, I mean, we don't even make our own. That's something to say, bro. We don't make our own drawers, man. We gotta make our own drawers. they be sunning. That's like sunning a nigga. You feel me? Here, boy.
Yeah.
Come get these drawers. We gotta make our own.
That's a true statement. Damn.
Socks too.
I've been writing stuff down, man. I'm writing it down now. Underwear. Some drawers. Put that down.
Yeah. And we can call them nigga hugging drawers or whatever you want to call them. We can call them nigga hugging drawers.
Hey. I don't know about y'all, but I don't know if I want them to hug too tight.
That'd be the subliminal part of it, because they won't really be hugging anything.
Right.
Yeah, man. What else? What else can we make?
Some skull caps. Hey, where I stay, everybody seem to like them. So I said, me personally, I wanted to do the nigga skull cap.
Skull cap.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
There you go.
Now when I heard y'all speaking earlier on this, just a little while ago, I thought about it. I don't know which one of y'all sparked it, but I think when you said shirts, and then Brother Maurice like, yeah, I'm waiting on that. If he's looking for controversy, this is just a thought between us. If he's looking for controversy with this, like you said, what do y'all think about the hoodie situation anyway, with all these young brothers that done lost their lives off of basic apparel like that? So what about the hoodie Also Ice or whatnot, or the nigga jean Also Ice? The hoodie with those logos on it. Have all the brothers wearing hoodies.
But that sounds nice, especially the one with the. I think we should go ahead and move forward with the Scully. I think that'll sell. And the hat. You probably put a budget together to get those printed. Shipped up, packaged up, and we can just wear them amongst the brothers. That's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, Skull. That's a good.
All right. That's one.
If it would be
skull caps.
If it would be one thing, like you say, to wear amongst the brothers real quick, that we could do real quick, would you say the Also Ice T-shirts, Anthony, for the bulk T-shirts that you looked at? What was the price on the bulk T-shirts and how many?
The ones that were ink, screen printed, they were. I'm going off memory here. $8.35.
I got you.
And then the other ones were like $9.35. So it's like $100 cheaper than getting it stitched in. And they
when you
sew
say
them
$8.35,
they embroider.
You mean $8.35 per T-shirt or $835?
No. $835 for 100 of them.
For 100 of them. Okay.
100 T-shirts. And I was gonna get 25 small, 25 medium, 25 large, and 25 extra large or double eggs. But I was gonna make sure I, got them to where we could sell them and get them out real quick, But that was 100, and then I was thinking, well, maybe I don't need to buy 100 flat out, and we could just get like 25 of them and sell them and see what happens. See how people bite on them, and then go further from there.
What's the lowest number that you can? What's the lowest number that you can order? Like, let's say we just started within the family, like we just mentioned with the skull caps, and then see what type of reaction we get from people. I will, just for me to have one, for you to have one before you invest it, or we invest and get what. So I'm not doubting. I'm not in it because them things. I could just imagine that logo on a T-shirt. I already know. What's the smallest kid? I've never dealt with anybody in bulk T-shirt. Can you do like 25 T-shirts, or is that not feasible for a company that deals in T-shirts? But is that a number that you could order?
Well, you talking to somebody that's a neophyte at this. I'm an amateur. I ain't never done this before.
Okay. Neither have I.
This is the first time I got to go in there and I got to ask them that question. So that's something I can ask them for sure, because I was planning on asking them anyway.
But you know what?
We got to have it out. It takes 2 weeks for them to fill an order.
I'm involved with some cats, man, that put on Reggae Fest, man. It's the second year I did it with him, man, and he orders T-shirts every year, man. So I can call him up tomorrow, man, and find out. I went with him the first year to pick the T-shirts up right down in downtown Norfolk, man. I might even be able to get a deal and a lot of information from him on that. But, Brandon, like just for, a tentative number, just to distribute amongst us, what would be a good number for me to shoot at? 25 sound good?
Yeah, 25 would be good. We could start with that.
That's what we start with. Okay, 25. That's what I look at when I ask. Okay. All right. And I'll work on getting that done. All right.
Mm-hmm. Or 5 would be good too. 5 would be good as well, because it's like you and ATUN-RE, Dion,
Okay.
I think Roger mentioned
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I can email you the logo. It's gonna be an OSOS logo, and then it's a Nigga
I got it.
logo.
You shouted out to me the other day.
Yep. Then we want the Nigga Jean logo on the shirt. Then it also being put on jeans. And then we're gonna want to get some Scullies. And that's with the Nigga jeans. And also with the Oso Ice logo on the Scully and the T-shirt as well. That'd be fresh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking Oso Ice Scully.
Mm-hmm.
Big owl on it.
That'd be tough. That'd be tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that call tomorrow on that. I like the hoodie idea too, man. Just like you say, because the way that black men are perceived. I actually had a manager at work tell me one time. We were working this job, and I worked in the shipyards on like nuclear equipment and stuff like that. A special purpose job. And I one of the few blacks up there, and I was a young man at the time too. And it was cold up in there, man. So I had my hoodie on my head, man, and my boss, who was a black dude, he was a cool cat. He came over and told me to take the hoodie off. I said, "Well, you tell me to take my hoodie off, man? It's cold." He said, "He's scaring the white folks."
Ain't that a shame?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what he told me, man. Yeah.
Man,
I said, "Man, I'm keeping
wow.
this damn thing on, man. It's cold up in here. It was early in the morning." Yeah, man. He said, "He's scaring the white folks. Take that hoodie off." Yeah, so,
And they sent the manager to him to tell you that.
He was my manager, cause I'm a rigger. I work, with cranes and stuff like that. So we were there to get up in there and lift the piece, And we working with a lot of other shops and, trades and whatnot. And he was my particular rigging manager. Cool cat, he tried to push me up and promote me through the the ranks and whatnot. But I do remember he told me that. I kept it on too. It was cold, man. I said this damn hood right on my head.
That wasn't the naval shipyards, was it, in Portsmouth?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I worked there for 15 years, man.
Yeah, I stayed up in there for a minute with our ship.
Okay. Which one was that?
Oh, that's back in the day. The USS America. It's gone now.
Okay. Yeah. I think I only been on America one time, man. You know what I'm saying? That was it. Yeah, it was already. It was on his way out when I started working up in there. Yeah, that was tough. Yeah. You know it. Yeah, Northern Naval Shipyard, man.
There's I'm just curious, man. Is Atlantic Avenue still the same, or is it a lot better? I mean, it was for a strip. It was pretty live back then, but I imagine now.
You talking about down in Virginia Beach?
Yeah, Virginia Beach.
Yeah, it's man. I like going down there, man. The only thing about going down there, man, is just so many police, man. There's so many police down there. Not that I'm really doing anything to attract, you know what I'm saying, the attention of the police. But it's still nice things to do, nice eateries. Go down to the north end down there, man. They done got a lot of nice restaurants and stuff like that, man. I just don't like to be somewhere where there's a whole bunch of police. These cats be on horses, man, and pogo sticks or skateboards or Segways, on everything that you can think of, man, on bikes. So, but it's still, man, it's a nice spot, touristy and stuff,
Yeah, that's what I
think. You had some good times down there.
Yes, sir, it did. When I first got there from Chicago, that's when the Rump Shaker video came out. Everybody was down there on the beach. Teddy Riley and them. Yeah, they had everybody.
That's right.
Anybody that wanted to be in the video, come on down.
Oh, wow. Damn. Yeah, I know Betsy did have a good time. Yeah.
yeah. Rump Shaker was down
there. That's right. That's right. Because Teddy Riley was set up in Virginia Beach.
Yeah, that was live, boy. I missed that place.
That was tough.
maybe I hop on the truck with Anthony, man, and we'll come see you.
That's tough, man. Hey, man, come on through, man. Y'all, hey, come on through, man. Straight up, man. No doubt. That'd be tough. No doubt.
If I'm ever coming down there for sure, I don't care. You can go hop right on in. We had to have one with one of them sleepers on it, so we cover a lot of ground. We cover a whole lot of ground without stopping a whole lot.
Right.
Keep it moving. I tell you, because I'm gonna tell you this right now. A lot of people think they can handle this right here, and I drive straight down. I'll drive straight down. I might not stop but one time if I fill the tank up before I leave. So we'll have snacks and everything in the motherfucking we'll have all that set up in the truck so we ain't got to stop unless you got to use the bathroom.
I like that.
I had a trainer, bro. I had when I first came out here on the road, and I was driving OTR over the road, and trainer's name was Joe Parker. And he had a voice kind of like Maurice's, but it was a little bit deeper. It was, on some Barry White level, like, you know what I mean? But dude was real cool. He was a Mason too, and he was a brother. He was a real chunky dude, man. This cat was so heavy. He had, I don't want to use the word contracted, but for lack of a better word, y'all know what I mean when I say he somehow got sleep apnea. He didn't have it when he was younger, and then as he gained the weight, he developed sleep apnea. So we in the truck, and this was my first experience at dealing with somebody like this. I had never in my life known what it does to you, and I would be driving. He would be snoring like a bear. like a grizzly, snoring, and then all of a sudden he'd stop breathing, and he would stop breathing, and I'd be counting the seconds like, hold up, now, I know this nigga ain't dead while I'm driving. One time I pulled over because he had stopped breathing for like 10 seconds straight, more than once. I was like, bro, I'd shake him there. I was like, man, wake up, man. He's like, oh, what's going on? I was like, you're not breathing right, man. Something's going on. He was like, oh, yeah, you know, I got sleep apnea. I was like, well, shit, you should have told me something. I don't know. I don't want to be out here on the road. We're in the middle of nowhere, and then my trainer is dead, and I don't know how to get home or how to do nothing. You know, that's crazy, bro. That would have been a funny. But, yeah, you know, Joe, he was a good guy. He was a good guy. I could tell maybe, you know, he might have been a borderline diabetic. Because I'm like the young elder said, let me tell you, the smell that can come from when he would get out of the driver's seat before I got in the driver's seat, and I know he seen me doing this, and I don't give a shit because we would laugh about it. I had a can of Lysol, and I would spray the seat down. I would spray the seat down right after he got out of it. He'd be looking at me with the sour eye, and I'd be grinning, going, nigga, you know I'm not sitting on top of that smell, man. Smelling like sweet doo-doo, like doo-doo, somebody poured syrup on some shit. I said, I don't know. I said, why do your ass smell like that? Like syrup has been poured on shit. That's what I was like. I found out later from a diabetic that he could have been a diabetic because that's what they gas and feces and stuff smell like, and they sweat and all that. So I was like, well, damn, you know. So I mean, you know, I had to. I wasn't clowning him, of course. I wasn't doing that, but we would laugh and joke about it. And he knew that I wasn't gonna sit on top of no phone, you know. And just living out on the road, when you live out on the road, bro, you gotta take a shower. Like you gotta go to a truck stop. They give you a ticket and stuff, and you go in once you know your shower's ready. You can go in and you gotta take a shower at the gas station. So that's the only place we could take showers at. And I had to have we had to go to Walmart, buy the bare necessities so we could, you know, eat and stuff, you know. And then the money out here that I was supposed to be making, I wasn't really making nothing at that moment because I was still in training. And my checks were real small. So I really, if it wasn't for that brother, I wouldn't have, you know, it wouldn't have been too comfortable for me. It's because he had already been out here for some years that he had everything in his truck set up to where we could go to Walmart, get a few things, some, you know, some bread, some, you know, some lunch meat or whatever, make some sandwiches. You know, I was eating meat real heavy back then anyway. I had gained like 30 pounds in damn near a month and a half. Eating, bro, and riding, driving, eating and driving, and man, and you meet bizarre people. Yeah, you meet bizarre people, man. There's a whole lot of beings out here I ran into, and you know, that just wasn't raised like I was raised. You know, but you can tell sometimes they got good hearts. Some of them don't. Some of them you don't want to be around. You know, you see them from a distance, and you know they got bad vibes to them. A lot of these truck drivers out here, man, if you ask me, they demons. They be speeding and shit. Truck drivers, not people in the cars. Truck drivers driving doubles and triples, like, you know, pulling doubles. That ain't nothing to play with. These cats be out here going about 70, 72 miles per hour down the mountain. You know, and I'll be right next to them. I'll be having to ease up and back up off of them, let them be crazy by themselves. I done seen trucks turn over in action, like real live time, seen it happen. You know, a homeboy of mine was on the scene when somebody got, you know, it was a fatality. Somebody was split in half. And I was about maybe 20 minutes behind him on the road in my truck, wondering what the holdup was. And until he called me and told me or asked me if I was on 71, I said, yeah. He was like, well, I'm on 71. He said, it's been an accident, a fatality up here. It's going to be some hours before 71 frees up. He's like, so if you can find a way around it somewhere else, I advise you to do that or call your wife and tell her you ain't going to be home for a while. Because this shit happens often. Truck drivers out here dying, and I think they're falling asleep. That's what I think it is. And like these dudes is behind the wheel going at certain speeds, and you doze off certain seconds at a time out here. At least I know when it's time to pull over is when I can't keep my eyes open. My eyes literally, you in and out of sleep. You be in and out of sleep behind the wheel, bruh. So I done had to pull over on the side of the road a couple times to catch a nap. When you see these trucks pulled over on the road where y'all traveling, that's what they be doing. Because you're like a wrecking ball out here.
Hey, they give them, 8 hours now, though, right? And it's 8 hours. You're supposed to drive for 8 hours, and then just rest up.
They give you 11 hours of drive time.
Oh, okay.
Now they probably took it down. They probably did take it down to like maybe 10. They might took it down to 8. They might have, just for safety reasons. A lot of laws changed out here for sure. But when I jumped in, it was 11. And the job I work at now, these motherfuckers ask you to work all night. Then when you come back, because they got a situation going on, they be looking at you like you can handle it. And I be looking right back at them going, I'm going home. And I don't care what y'all think about it. Well, you don't care if they write you up? Nope. I found this job, didn't I? Like I told them, I found this one. I found another one. I don't care if y'all fire me. And they know I got that mentality, too. They don't bother me. Because they know I'll quit. I'll quit in a heartbeat and go do something else. I ain't never been the type of dude that worked at a place and be uncomfortable if it ain't something keeping me there at that job. Like, it's got to be like maybe if I came to that job and made friends. Sometimes I deal with shit just because I know I got homeboys there that'll help me get it off my chest. But if I ain't got no friends at that job, nobody that I'm talking to or nothing, you can't keep me at no job like that. And I drive this truck, so I'm alone out here all the time anyway. But I ain't gonna keep talking about what I do. I'm gonna leave that alone. Just wanted to share it,
Right, you ain't never alone.
Right.
Not at all.
Right.
Not at all.
I'm in the all, regardless.
That's right.
Shaddah Da, your thoughts.
Shaddah.
That's right. That's Brother Pharaoh.
Brother, say, yeah, man. I've been listening to you. My daughter was crying, so I had to put it on mute.
All right, Shaddah Da, brother. Good to hear you.
Yo, Pharaoh. Yeah, man. It's great. Yo, what's up, big bro? I'm listening to y'all, though, man. I'm writing down everything. I just told Brother Tank send me over the nigga logos, man, because I've been waiting to work on them.
Sweet. That's what's up. Yeah.
All right.
I'm working on that front down there, and I work on this front up here.
Yeah, because Pharaoh, you made an Also Ice jacket too. I got sent it at ATUN-RE. He made a jacket, Also Ice jacket.
Yeah,
it's pretty
I made
fresh.
a lot of
you kind of put the concept together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So bro Pharaoh, that's your work that was on CashApp's page.
Oh, okay.
Like those jackets and stuff like that.
Yeah, Also Ice with the Matrix with ATUN-RE with the Matrix on it with the I did a couple things.
Okay. Because I know it was one that had Tahuti, It had Tahuti with some like wings underneath his arm, dressed up in like the Southwest, like Hopi.
Yeah, that was Doc. That's how he had us down here. He had us in cowboy boots.
Yeah, that thing was tough. Yeah, you did that one.
Yeah, Tahuti had us in cowboy boots. I got.
Wait! You got to share a story now. You got to share a story. Y'all was rocking cowboy boots for real?
Man, cowboy boots, man. We was down here, man. I'm telling you, boy. Excuse my language, but these crackers in Edenton, boy, they wasn't playing no games. Boy, you had to come down here right. Doc had it right. And we had the blue jeans with cowboy boots with the hat. Niggas was getting country, putting straws in their mouth.
No, because Brother Bodie had shared a story about that.
We the original cowboys anyway.
Yeah, Pops used one of them wearing the cowboy suits. Back in the day, say it's easier on the city, in the people in Edenton, in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Boy. But you were one of the actual brothers that actually rocking one. That's you don't meet a brother like that every day.
We down here blending in. We blending in. This is just like Muslims in Atlanta. When they get to the country, they be looking like cowboys.
Yeah, we.
Man, y'all remember the OWN gear? The OWN gear used to be tough, boy. Y'all remember the
How did it look?
Mr. Gordon? Melchizedek, man, Doc was the master at putting the graphic designs with the clothes, and he was always sharp. We had a brother named ATUN. I don't know if y'all know him. We call him Basim. And ever since Basim was a little kid, he would always be, under Doc and with that fashion thing going on. And I'm still in touch with him too. So it just I don't know if none of these brothers really know about ATUN-RE yet. You know what I'm saying? I know they know. I know they know him as Lil B. But I don't know if ATUN-RE was being called ATUN-RE way back then. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So he was B to everybody. So I don't know if people knew him as ATUN-RE back then. But I know everybody know him by his face because it was only a couple light skinned brothers. You know what I'm saying? That was like the security guard. Like them niggas really stuck out on the land. You know what I'm saying? Like red niggas really stuck out on the land. You had like Joe. He from Chicago. Then you had Matun. He's from New York. And then you had Foot. You had a couple real light skinned brothers. A bunch of them from New York. Nigel. And, it was just a lot of light skinned brothers. But they were very noticeable. You know what I'm saying? So I know everybody know a little brother. But we didn't know the real Messiah back. You know what I'm saying? He was just one of the good brothers. You know what I'm saying? That could teach real. That could teach real good. I'm happy that everybody don't get a chance to really find out that they were sitting right next to the real Messiah in class.
Wow.
or probably, you know what I'm saying? Over there chilling with him on Ralph David Abernathy, and then who the hell he was. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I know. I haven't talked to a lot of brothers that know about him, and I know everybody know him as a different name. I forgot his name back then. I know it started with a B, but it just off because I've been saying ATUN-RE for so long.
I think he said it was Barakat or something like that.
Yeah,
Barakat?
Yeah, Barakat. Yeah. So I know everybody know him as that. So You know, they're gonna trip out when they see him.
Yeah, because Barcat is seedling and as he knows the full-blown blessing. What's happening?
Yo.
Yeah.
Shaddah Da.
In the NCLR community, my name is Barcat. You know why and how that came to be? Because Barcat means one who is blessed abundantly. Like when I was led to a very first class that night, without question, I had known deep within that I was being blessed abundantly to having had the opportunity and the ability to find my way home. I called all the way from California and was to the office and told them that I want to know how did I become a member. Bobby got on the phone and said, all you have to do is come home. I was accepted on arrival. I don't think you all understand. The situation is one where at the time you had to fill out an application. You had to have 2 passport photos, 4 passport photos. You had to take a physical. And these things was an absolute mandatory in order to be able to get into the solo community. I was accepted upon arrival without physical, without any of that. Which is very strange to everybody in the tab, in the community, including my cousin Mahfouz. My cousin chose the name Mahfouz, which meant preserved place. I chose the name Barakat because, without question, it meant one was blessed abundantly, and that was my exact sentiment, that I was being blessed abundantly to have made it all that way. I brought with me my next door neighbor, her children, my then wife, whose name is Faida, and 3 children of my own. And I remember each day I would come home, like at that Bible, the building that is called 505. 505 is where the new brothers would be going through a thing called Shabbat. Shabbat was a time period in which you had to learn the workings of the community and to learn Salat. And without question, I was treated with the utmost respect and genuine and sincere, nothing hard that was coming from God himself, where we had brand new spanking jalapenos. I'm talking about the right to whiter than white. And man, we step out right after Salat, 6 o'clock, and we go to pedal. And I would come home every day and run right directly to try to see my wife. And you couldn't look a sister in the face like I knew my wife by her shoes. You have to look down because you can't look a sister in the face unless you were her husband. And you would say, "Anifnik min felik," which meant, "Excuse me, please." And your wife's name would be her first name, and her last name would be your first name. Like my wife's name was Faida Barakat. You got it? And I said, "Can you tell Faida Barakat to please come outside?" And say thank you. And they didn't move away from the door. And I see all these sisters coming out the building, and the way I knew my wife was by her shoes. And then we sit and play chess and talk. And then they started telling me, "Man, stop going to see your mate every night." And I couldn't understand why. They said, "You'll understand after a while." And I would come in, spiritually dived up after having complete what we call the dunya, the world. And then she would take that spiritual 45 and shoot my body. Tell me everything that was wrong with happening that day, how the sister disrespected the children, and this, that, the third. I'm talking about nothing good was coming out of the sister in any way until they're having something good to say. You know, let me just say this. If you take the time and all you pay attention to is the negative things, then guess what? You bought it. That becomes your possession. And you can become possessed by your possession merely by paying attention to the wrong things. Because when you do entertaining a thought, it becomes your thought. No, I can listen. I had to go see my mate, regardless.
Sure, I hate to interrupt you, but there's a muffle in your phone. It's a muffle in your phone. Come back up a little bit.
Can you hear me better now?
Cool.
Can you hear me better now?
That's better.
Yeah, because I'm talking through a Bluetooth speaker. All I like to say is that the Shaddah community was an experience that if you were not there, you just missed it. That's all. That's all I can tell you. It was school discipline. And the truth of the matter is I stayed a short period of time. Many people who were around my father is because they had to be. They didn't have the strength to be outside in the world and still do the right thing. And then there was other beings who would come in contact with this information at a much, much, much later time. Each being in his own time, like each student, two doesn't become right at the same time. Every street becomes right on at its own time. So, everybody had the situations and what that they had to go through. Like right now, I have one that I have to go through, and I'm about to deal with it. I'm on my way to a store called City Kent. I'll explain why. I know. I did it. So, the truth of the matter is that when you say something and you give your word on something, guaranteed you have to keep that. If you don't, it's like a nigga is you. Except you say it out your mouth and mean it, without question, it's yours the truth. What I'm going to say to you is, word is bond, B-O-N-D. Bond is real, bond is life. It's how we came up in my neighborhood. And what do I mean by that? If you lied on your word and got caught, you got lumps on you. They play pendants on your head. Like, and then you wonder why you sitting there with all these knocks and bruises because you lied on your word. Now, if you say bond is real, bond is life, they find you somebody's trunk or somebody's car somewhere. Why? Because you lied on your word and you said bond is real, bond is life. But this like we have to bring the word of bond program back. Learning how to re-keep your word is a very important thing. Hold on, I got an incoming. Hold on a second.
Hey, can y'all? Is it real muffled from where y'all listening?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't been able to make out anything. I don't know. I've turned my speaker off, but I haven't heard that one thing. It's been all muffled.
Sister Aminette. Shaddah Da.
Shaddah Da.
Sister Aminette.
Shaddah Da, Aminette.
Shaddah Da, Aminette.
Shaddah Da. I've been on since like 11 to 10 just listening to you guys bond. Beautiful.
Whoa. Yours is...
I'm sorry, but I really do have to go. I gave my word to beings, and I'm going to keep that. I was just stepping in for a hot moment to tell everybody I love them, and without question, that's a fact. Always know that when the need is genuine, the provision has always been made. I'm here because of one word, and that word is need. Now you can call it need fulfilled. Shaddah Da. Okay.
Shaddah Da. Chief. Love you, Chief.
Shaddah Da.
Shaddah Da.
Shaddah Da.
Okay, somebody translate.
Annie, I shoot and I love you.
Jesus has left the building. That's translation.
Was that a translation?
Annie, I shoot yes,
Yeah, it may come back out a little clear on the YouTube, so it probably come out a lot better.
Cool. That'll be tough.
So Amir Shug is A-N-E of Shug, A-S-H-U-G, E-N-T. I love you.
Yep, I love you.
Amir Shug.
Yes, Zamal, my brothers and my sisters, my family. I appreciate y'all.
Yep.
Y'all send me the logo.
Good, right?
Y'all want them. Y'all, please give me something to do. Put me to work, y'all.
Got you. On it now. I send those to you. I appreciate you. You know, you set it up and everything. The store, get it rolling. That'll be perfect.
Man, that's awesome. You the IT whiz. I just could send you the stuff, and because that's what's been. I'm at a standstill in my little point right now with this little car movement, but and then I'll be at another standstill with the IT part of what it is. But I do have Fiverr, and if y'all know about Fiverr, we should really use Fiverr. And I was thinking about if we could set up the Also Ice business credit. You know what I'm saying? And get a business account and build the Also Ice a business credit so we can really duplicate ourselves and put Chief in a brand new whatever it is he needs to be on the go what he needs. So because Doc used to always come around in the finest of cars, and I want to make sure that legacy always. But you know what I'm saying?
Cool. Yep, definitely.
Yeah. Doc would always pull up in a Lincoln, or what we call a stinking Lincoln.
In style.
In style. I think Also Ice business credit would be very, very helpful to Doc and the rest of us. So all of us need to build our sales team. Tank, if he could, get everything and then put us on the affiliate program where we could bring people in as affiliates, sell the products and the services, and do these little seminars and webinars like Kyle Lopez. But we got Also Ice, we got WAP. You know what I'm saying? We got the Alchemy. So we should be able to
do anything
do good in this digit because man, Pops was on the internet. Do y'all remember that book Pops wrote?
Dr. York Computer.
Yep. Man.
Oh, the debate.
Man, bro, we gonna do the Also Ice versus the computer debate.
Ooh,
you know,
that'll be nice. I mean,
I didn't get that book, darn it.
All right.
Shut it
You can get it off the internet. Yeah, you can get it off the internet. It might be still out there somewhere.
Yeah,
I think it might be on.
It disappeared mysteriously, but
NawabianFacts.com might have it on there. You can read it for free.
There's an app called Scribe you can get. Y'all heard of the app called Scribe?
Yep.
SCRIB.
Yeah.
I just signed up for it. It got a whole bunch of tablets and scrolls up there. I just did it for. I'm just doing it for the free month. I entered my credit with my card information just to get a free month, and then I got the January 9th, and then I'm just gonna do another free month. So I just all of them up there. Yeah. So
I was referred to that by the Nawabian on his YouTube channel, man. Described. They was talking about
Dr.
that
York
just
versus
to get the books on there. Yeah.
Dr. York versus the computer is up there. If you want to get your hands on it, it is up there.
Hey, see if you can get the we need to put together some Also Ice digital marketing courses and Also Ice e-commerce business course. You know what I'm saying? And Also Ice credit. It's very important that we bring the people, through the tab and mentally, physically, and spiritually help them. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a total package. Also Ice you should come in mentally messed up, physically pocket poor, and spiritually bankrupt, and then after you leave Also Ice, your spiritual account is on 76 trillion. You know what I'm saying? Your monetary. Doc used to always tell us, he said, man, every product I've ever made has made $1 million. You know what I'm saying? And he used to always ask us, who y'all think richer, Bill Gates or God? Niggas was sitting there confused as hell. Like, damn, I don't know if I should ask Pop for some money or ask him how to be the next Bill Gates.
Man. Right.
So who y'all think richer, Bill Gates or God? And niggas just look like, man.
But think about this.
That's a good question.
Check this out. You know, back then there was an internet.
What'd you say? I mean that.
You know, back then there was an internet, so we made money hitting the street. You know, you leave out in the morning with your stuff, your shampoo, your soap, your books, and all the incense, and you had to go out and hit the street. And we got to do it again.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, got to get that quota.
Yeah, you're right. Did it let female pedal? I was out there.
Can't go back to the tab without that quota.
I was in East Georgia when they did it. Nice.
Hey, brothers, we got a new caller, a new Also Rights member on the line. He's been an Also Rights member. I don't know if you want to say anything. His name is, you want to speak up, brother?
Shaddah Da Family.
Shaddah Da.
Yeah, my name's Shu from New York. It's good to hear y'all. It's good to hear y'all voices and tones in the airwaves.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
brother. She was one of the elders.
Nice.
Hey, Shu, who you know up there? Shu, who do you know in Brooklyn? Who
in Brooklyn?
Who you hang with?
Well, I haven't. Yeah. It's funny. I haven't been to the Tab in a while, but I used to be around Cosmos. That's my man right there. I haven't talked to him in a while, and I used to. You know Cosmos?
Yeah, I remember Cosmos.
Yeah, and I knew Sister Sakina, but I haven't been rocking with her in a while. But yeah, I used to be around all of them, and the Lodge Master. I forgot the brother's name, but I haven't been to the Tab in a while. You know.
Elder Green?
I couldn't hear you.
I was trying to see which elder you was talking about. Do you know Elder Green?
I don't know him by the name, but I probably know him by face. But he was the high up for the Grand Lodge.
Okay. Did you know by face?
And I interacted. I did a couple of rallies with them in Harlem and Queens, things of that nature, But I haven't been to the Tab in a while.
You know, brother, that make the glasses and the crown.
Could you hear me?
Yeah, you know the brothers that make the glasses and the crown.
Yeah, like really, like I was interacting with Cosmos a lot. Okay. Like that's my dog right there. That's my brother right there.
How everybody doing up there, bro?
They're doing all right. Everybody's doing all right. Like I said, I haven't been to the Tab in a while. I don't really like, some of the things that go on, behind the scenes. Sometimes it just feels like brothers.
That's why you there to judge.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I've been observing a lot for a while. Sometimes people get caught up on money. You know what I'm saying? And that's where that's where the problem occurs with me. Because like a lot of times people will get the books and they'll try to sell them for their own benefits, and that's where I have a problem. That's why I kind of don't go up there like that, because I witnessed a few things as far as
man, them your books, man. If you could sell it to a good cracker, the Holy Tablets for $500 to a good cracker at the professor at the university, you selling what you think that cracker will pay for it, man. You know what I'm saying? But when you come to your brothers, when you come to your brothers in the hood, you know what I'm saying? They don't have the money like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's my whole point right there. It's like you got people that's trying to sell it to everybody for a certain crazy amount. it's like what people forget sometimes is, like for example, there was a order that Baba gave out where he wanted everybody to go to D.C. for a rally. I'm just gonna give an example. A few years ago, and the rally. Yeah, and when I got down there, everybody down there was going hard, within the family, trying to just make money. And it wasn't even about the mental projection of Baba. Because right now, with the alchemy, everybody needs to be mentally projecting Baba coming home and just Baba's whole, imagery and situation with the visualization aspect. And when I got down there, it just seemed like everybody was focused on the dollar. And what people got to understand is, instead of focusing so much on putting, money in your pocket or food in your belly, you don't have to worry about making, being so caught up on being scared that you're not going to make money, because the Most High is El Razak, the provider. So the provision is going to be made regardless. All we have to do is just do our part. When I got down there, it was like the first thing I'm thinking when I come down there to a rally like that is, we supposed to all be chanting as one. That, what I'm saying? Like the activity that was supposed to go on was we were supposed to do the rally with the brother Al Sharpton, and then do our own thing as Nuwabians. And it's like when we get down there, everybody should have been chanting. Everybody should have been doing one tone. And that's not exactly what happened. And then you got brothers, when we doing our tones, certain people, like I remember a sister looked at me because I was doing certain tones, and we were all, and it was like certain groups broken up doing it when it should have been one group. But when we were doing our tones with a certain group, one of the sisters looked at me and said I was too loud. And I'm looking at her like, sister, you supposed to be screaming to the heavens with these tones. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, it's just we have to have one mind. We have to be monomental. And if this person is emitting a certain tone, everybody has to emit that tone. You follow what I'm saying? And it's just, I got Brother Polite was down there, and he didn't even know who I was, because, everybody's not going to know who we are as significant incarnations, as elders, and that's done for a reason, because one of the things that is, we're watchers. That's one, so we do a lot of watching and observation as well, and everybody's not going to know exactly who we are. Like ATUN-RE will be on the scene somewhere, and people won't even know who he is because he's a watcher. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like things are being recorded. Things are being recorded, and it's like, when I see the family arguing, that's another reason why I kind of stayed away from the tab, because people be arguing and stuff. Like, it's a lot going on. I love my family, but it's just sometimes I kind of stayed away from the tab because certain things I saw was disheartening. Like one brother was teaching a class. We have to be able to feel each other's energy. One brother was teaching a class, and a brother came in to class and had a sincere question, and the brother just attacked the brother. You understand? Went into trying, like, read the brother totally wrong, because he was frustrated with the question, and going to start talking about, well, if you stop smoking crack, it don't even matter if that brother was smoking crack. That brother had a sincere question, and here you are coming at him. So, everybody gets caught up in egos over there sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. It's like there's a lot of silliness going on. And I just can't tolerate certain silliness. But I'm gonna still be there for the family and do my part. I still love them dearly. But that's what you get, bro. But the silliness is just unbearable, especially at the time we at now, dealing with what we dealing with. We don't have time for it. And right now, as dealing with the sciences, brothers need to be really thinking about things on an alchemical level, and basically to get the job done, because the only reason why the Amberlight beings are ruling is because not enough of us are doing the alchemy. You know what I'm saying? Because, as y'all all know, I think y'all know this, the moon cycle was over really in 1970 AD, but some witches went into Central Park and did a ritual and got an extension. And the only reason why they got that extension is because enough of us weren't doing the alchemy, but now there is no more extension. Their time is definitely officially up. You understand? So we have to, really, like I like what I'm hearing y'all talking about, and I can feel y'all frequencies and y'all vibrations, and I love it. I'm ecstatic over it because this is where we have to be with it, because we have to get things going with the alchemy with the little brother, because we have to start sitting in those seats. The reason why we're not ruling now is because we're not sitting in the seats that we need to be sitting in, and these demons are still sitting in these seats, and they're not going to get out the seat. They're going to we're going to have to sit them down out the seat, because they're not going to get out the seats on their own. You understand? Because these demons been ruling for the last 6,000 years, so they don't want to get out the seat, even though their time is up. And if we don't take our place, they're not going to get out the seat. So we're going to have to get them out the seat. And that's where I stand on this. That's where we stand, because I shouldn't even be in the English alphabet no more. So we work as a group, So we need to get them out them seats, And then we can, and Baba will be home once we start really, taking the bull by the horn, because it's just ridiculous. We need deep in the sun cycle. It's 2019. We supposed to already be ruling, y'all. And that's just the bottom line. We supposed to already be ruling. Right now they're trying to battle us with the weather, but we're gonna make this hot. We're gonna make this shit hot. You know what I'm saying? So like my name is Shu. I deal with the weather a lot. You understand? And it's been warm. The weather's changing. 1 minute it's warm and hot, and the next minute it's real cold. You see the weather. They don't want it. They don't want it to fully transition into the sun cycle, and this is part of the battle, because we need more people doing the alchemy and assisting the little brother, the real the 13th elder who sits that center seat. This is real. This is not no game. This is real deal.
And let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Hey, why you up there right now, right? Mm-hmm. Right. How long have you been knowing about the little brother?
I've been knowing about the little brother for a few years now.
Okay. But me the same. But
yeah.
How many people you think out there know about him?
They know about him, but they're not. A lot of, and this is the whole thing. A lot of them are in rejection mode right now. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of them are.
Brother Kidar is not in no rejection mode. Always down with the brother ATUN-RE.
Well, we know that, Kidar. I didn't even know you were in the line. I'm talking about the Brooklyn Robot. Yeah, Kidar Robot. I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about, Kidar. You know about Brooklyn. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Kidar know what I'm talking about. Because me and Kidar went there a few times. Kidar know what I'm talking about with them brothers up there. You know what I'm saying? You got people up there that are hustling. You know what I'm saying? You got people up there that are just using the information and hustling. You see what Brother Polite did? He got his information and started his own thing. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
Brother Polite got up there. First, he's representing the master. Then, when he got enough knowledge, he started his own thing. And if you know anything about Baba's not about doing your own thing. It's about everybody being together. Once you start doing your own thing, then it becomes a situation. What are you doing your own thing for? You know what I'm saying? And he's on the Breakfast Club. He's on Vlad TV. He's doing. I ain't not. You do what you do, but don't forget where you got this information from. Don't never forget where you got the information from. Then he's on there talking about how. Then he's on there talking about how the family Baba's children flipped on him because Baba gave him a building, and they wanted him to give proceeds from the building and whatever business he was doing to the family, and he was telling the family that he can't do that because Baba gave it to him to do his thing with. Like, just the talk that I hear coming out of the brother's mouth and the frequency, like, I can feel people's auras, and I knew, when I seen the brother in D.C., the last time I was, when I was around him, I just knew he was going to go that way, just the way he was projecting himself. People get the information and they get caught up in their egos. You know what I'm saying? And everybody wants to be super smart.
I don't understand. I really don't understand. I just understand it. But I'm sure it's because a lot of people are just coming into the information. But I have never heard this nigga spit nothing slick to a can of oil in my life. I've never heard this nigga that said nothing slick to make him call this nigga the young phenom. All Nuwapians teach like that I know. You know what I'm saying? But I just can't see, why people got caught up in him, because all the Nuwapians teach like that. Why would you choose this nigga? You know what I'm saying?
That's what's going on. And he's not even with the Nuwapian Nation no more. He got his own thing going, and he got people, following him on that. And it's just,
I'm not saying that's not right. All I'm saying is I haven't heard, I'm not saying that's not right for him, because what's right for him may not be right for me. But I ain't heard niggas speak no new information. And I do real estate, and I do credit repair, and I'm in the doctrine. I heard this nigga spit nothing new. And this is New York, in Harlem he was spitting this at. You know what I'm saying? Where was the rest of the Nuwapians when this nigga was around? Because this nigga can't teach like the brothers that I know in the tab. You know the brothers I know in the tab. I just can't see why they think he's such a great teacher when you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just never got it. I just never really got what people picked up on Polite, and he's an ordinary Nuwapian ass nigga.
If I may say, I think he's articulate. My fault.
Nuwapians have their leader. Every man is for himself.
All you Nuwapians are got articulate.
Right. I know that. I'm saying the world, like if it ain't it ain't a whole bunch of us on Sinetta, but that nigga went on Sinetta. Right. So people looking at Sinetta. Now if all of us on that shit, they see. Huh?
Hey, did y'all see me on Sinetta the other?
I cut Sinetta off, bro. I stopped watching it.
Yeah, I stopped watching them too. It turned into like a URL rap battle.
Right. I got tired of this shit.
That's why I went up to Harlem to be on this to show the world. So this is where the real Nuwapian is. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
I'm gonna have to watch it as soon as he put it out.
Yeah, type in Nuwapian against the Moor on Sinetta TV. Nuwapian against Moor. Man, I just came from up there. I just came from up there. I was up there with Blue Pill. Man, I ripped that boy another asshole.
Check that out.
Yeah, I ripped that boy another asshole, man. But I did it like ATUN-RE with so much love,
with
man.
Compassion.
Now, man, before ATUN-RE, I ain't had no love, bro. I was just strictly dot. I was just strictly
cutting heads.
Yeah.
But ATUN-RE has really changed my life, man. Like I really have starting to learn love and compassion, because Dot didn't play the radio, and ATUN-RE don't play the radio either. But he you know what I'm saying?
The thing that kind of messes me up with the whole Sarnetta thing is instead of them debating where's the building, why y'all not building? Like why y'all not
right?
Why y'all acting like
y'all started making too much money from the debates.
Now, niggas
they pocket it.
No, when niggas do all that, man, niggas don't like that. Niggas love drama. That's exactly. Niggas love the more in the Wapian fight and don't know a more in the Wapian should be the same nigga or Wapian and a goddamn what's that Esopake or whatever Asapook whatever this fuck.
Yeah.
So it's more entertaining to see niggas fight. You know what I'm saying? Be at niggas neck.
Like that one time when Prince York was on there, and the brothers were having problems trying to debate him or whatever, and then they tried to, and then it became a situation where and then not even that, then it almost got physical. Like, what part of the game is that? Like, y'all supposed to be conscious, and that's how y'all acting.
You talking about when Prince was with Amir and Faki and the rest of the brothers at like a town hall meeting when they came in.
Yeah, and they was debating the Amon Ra squad. They was debating Amon Ra. And one of the members from the Amon Ra squad.
Prince built for that type shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like Prince is really built for that type shit. That's his element. You know, you feel me?
But no, son, don't.
But it was almost like, but it was almost like what were y'all about to do? Y'all were about to get physical with the brother? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you serious? Like, this is what I'm talking about with the nonsense. Like, okay, like
they went there to get physical too. The Wapians
they was just trying to show they wasn't afraid.
Of course,
the brother said it's love and compassion that's missing. The love and compassion is missing. There's no love and compassion.
It's like
Brother Jabari. They be trying to say Brother Jabari got all the compassion, but he don't. I mean,
that nigga got all the wrong knowledge. Jabari got all the wrong knowledge.
All of it. All the European wrong knowledge.
Have you ever even looked at one of these books? See, the books read from left to right. I mean, from right to left, not left to right.
Right.
He made that boy look stupid as hell, didn't he?
Yeah. Jabari, he think he's slick by how he talking. He think he can win people over by letting you get your energy all riled up while he try to maintain his calmness. And then as you see it happening, you start to think the other guy that's fired up is immature. So you start to kind of lean your vote more towards Jabari. Jabari know what he doing with that slick shit.
Man, Jabari got the best game.
He know what he doing, man.
He got what we call a foreigner's game, where when you ask him a question, he put that dialect on it where you can't even understand what the fuck this nigga is saying.
Right.
This nigga saying real island beer.
Yeah, bro. I know exactly what you're talking about with that tone.
Ask that nigga Jabari how long it's gonna take for him to fix your credit. That nigga asking, well, man, let me tell you mine. Let me tell you mine.
Oh no, that's not Jabari. That's not Jabari. You think about Garfield.
Yeah, Garfield, my fault, man.
Yeah, Jabari, the light-skinned brother with the
the one that Prince, the one that Prince went up in his house and damn near cut him out in front of his wife.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that hot dog sweaty neck, Jabari.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
hot dog sweaty neck. Damn.
Hot dog sweaty neck.
Oh man. We love him. No, we still love him. Just a little joke here and there.
Did you see the way his wife looked at him when he was trying to explain the Egyptian and Semitic science? She looked at this nigga like.
Just for the sake of it, not embarrassed. She ain't step in though. She ain't gonna embarrass him on the camera. You got mad
you got
respect for him.
You got Dr. York book in your back pocket right now talking all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Mughal Raj book in your back pocket right now, nigga. The Wapian Family Guide in your book bag right now, nigga.
But if I can ask you a question, brother, how did ATUN-RE show you love and compassion that changed you where you then tear into that young Moorish brother? What if you could highlight?
Man, like when I started to hear him like a couple years ago, you know, and it was like his tone and how, you know how you got the Prince York tone?
Yes.
You ever talk to Prince York?
It's more it's egotistical.
Man, and ATUN-RE is the totally different, but both of them are the same being in the inside. But you know what I'm saying? What you see from ATUN-RE right off the front, you know, he got his guards down a little bit more. But Prince, that nigga, man, that nigga been tableaking since he was in the womb. You know what I'm saying? And fighting. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And all that. So he's just like ATUN-RE, but ATUN-RE got more seasoning. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when
he was being humble with young Pharaoh.
Who?
Prince York.
Who?
He was being humble with young Pharaoh. He was trying his best not to cuss young Pharaoh out.
Man, it pissed me off because I was waiting for I wanted to see a massacre, and this nigga was so polite and nice that day. I said, "What the fuck?" Fred,
yeah, he was
somebody on the phone. Prince probably on the phone right now listening to shit.
I wish he would. That's a brother.
You never know. You never know.
I was watching his video. See, that's the thing. Right before I started on Young Elder and ATUN-RE, it was Prince York, but he said he wasn't doing nothing else on YouTube. So I started following him on Instagram, and that's it. So that's the only thing I can communicate with him on. I've never been able to talk to him.
See, that's why I'm so pissed, because I used to fuck with Signature, like when it even just, you know, because, you know, I knew what the brother was trying to do. I figured, you know, hey, I can't knock what he's doing. Ain't nobody else doing it. Let him do it. You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
But when I seen Prince pop his head up and make himself known to the whole world, and then how fast that shit happened, I said, God damn it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some ain't right. Some ain't right in this Kool-Aid. Because he just came on Signature. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, he just popped his head up out the sand. Like, Prince was quiet as shit. He, you know, you would have to see him in the streets and he would take your motherfucking head off. He wouldn't put himself out there. You know what I'm saying? And now that's why I'm like, man.
Sonetta be working his mouth. You know how slick Sonetta is, man. That's a fast talking brother. Sonetta's a fast talking brother, so ain't no telling how he rolled up on Prince York when they seen him the first time and got a picture with him and everything, because he seen that he looked just like Baba. He was like, "Oh man, that's got to be Dr. York's son." You remember that video, the first one he had Prince York?
Who in the conscious community? Because this for my brother New York. Who in the conscious community is the police, bro? We got some police up there in that motherfucker, bro.
Plenty of them.
What the fuck
Plenty of them
in the conscious community up there? Goddammit.
Well, now you got to see a picture of Sonetta. But you got to see a picture of Sonetta, and he got 666 up, and he's taking a picture right there.
Oh, I seen that one.
But see, they don't look at the 666, you know, like a bad thing. It's like they look at it like, you know, six. Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that. Yep. That's how they look at it. So when he doing it, that's what he representing of it. He's not saying this is the, you know, evil. You know what I mean? They're trying to reverse things to their own special way. You know.
The shit that bugged me.
What y'all think about that time that Sanatir was like at a Hebrew temple while it was being what do you call that when the Fed raided and the CIA whoever ran up in that thing.
Yeah.
How do you be right there? How do you be right there? Just so happen. You follow?
Mhm.
Why?
Got to know somebody.
Why they? You know, and then later on, I'm starting to see like snippets of be like, man, I was on the phone with the feds today. The nigga said he's like, man, I called the feds. I said, damn, this nigga is. God damn, this nigga is on.
Oh yeah, because of Poppy. Because of Poppy.
Damn.
Yep. That situation is crazy.
I said that's unusual shit. I'm not used to seeing the nigga come on live and talk about no bullshit like that. You know what I'm talking about? And talking about he did no dumbass shit like that. And I said, God damn, this community has went to, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I
didn't think Sarnetta was. I never thought he was, feds or anything. I never thought him personally. You know what I mean? Yeah, I never thought him. I just thought it was a lot of people coming in there that was, and that mess with him on the regular. That is. That's what I'm trying to say. Like it's black police officers too. You know what I mean? That be on the show a lot. Whole lot of different types of entrepreneurs. You don't never know where a lot of people coming from. He getting people calling him from everywhere too. Like just like what's about to happen to us, if it ain't already happening. You know. So I don't think it's him per se as an agent, but I think it's a lot of agents that come through there, and they stir a bunch of shit up. Like Young Pharaoh. I think Young Pharaoh was one of them.
There's something wrong with that boy. I don't even bother with him.
Yeah, they threw him in there.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy because I
once
know
once you start talking crazy about Baba, you lost me. And when he started talking crazy about Baba, I'm done with you. That's it.
Like me. I was down with that nigga for a minute, bro. I was excited. That nigga started talking about trying to be like yo after York. Trying to be. I'm like, man, nigga.
Man, you knew it too. Then he was stealing information. You know he was stealing the info. Trying to act like he don't know who Baba is. Like, man, this dude's retarded. That really made me mad because I was like, man, I know where you getting this knowledge from, man. You gonna sit up and act like, I don't know who's Dr. York. I don't know no Dr. York. Who is that?
I said, ain't nobody out here gotten the tear on shit if they didn't come through this goddamn doctrine.
Mhm.
Just like your boy Bobby Hemmett. Bobby Hemmett was saying some good things, and he went off about the math teacher. And I just said, you know what, man? You've been eating a little bit too many pterodactyl burgers. And you talk like that.
Yeah.
And he started talking about Bobby like that. I said, I can't even mess with you no more. I can't do it.
He had surely like that shit. You see that shit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The ancient ones ain't no joke, bro.
It's crazy. He started talking all this science. He was talking some science, and I was listening to him. Then he started going off about Baba one day, and I saw it on YouTube, and I'm like, yo, is this brother serious? None of these
nigga said, Dr. York.
Me and you both.
Yep.
I was saying the same thing, bro.
And all this debating going on, nobody.
A nigga's ego is so fucked up. They got to bash the doctrine. They got to read all the Doc's books and then act like they are Hebrew, and then come in and be like, I'm really not that type of Hebrew.
Right. After they upgraded themselves a few more levels, you know what I mean? Then they just take it back to what they want to do and use it for what they want to use it for.
To a black devil Nawapi, and that's what them niggas turned into.
Mm-hmm.
That's what polite turned into. That's what Silent Tear turned into. That's what motherfucking Divine, whatever the fuck this nigga's name is.
Divine Prospect.
yeah, disrespect.
Hey, man, that brother there, bro, hey. I'm sorry, he makes me laugh a whole lot. He really do. He makes me laugh a lot. I'm constantly laughing at that brother.
Hey, that nigga, hey man, that nigga tried to come up to it with talking about we gonna expose the rebuttal against 360 questions to ask a Hebrew. I said, man, this nigga sound dumb as shit. Why he trying to do this? This nigga sound really dumb. But because niggas is really dumb, this nigga sound really fucking smart to these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that nigga sounded because he will put a smart dumbass nigga on that motherfucker, won't he? I threw that boy Elroy Bay up. That's that nigga name. El Bay or Roy Bay. That's his name.
Yeah, Roy Bay. Yeah.
I got that nigga ass, bruh. That nigga looked like he shitted on himself after I talked to him. And I gave that nigga a hug. In the name of Jesus, I gave that nigga a hug.
I think I heard that one. I think I was watching that episode. You called in, right?
No, I was there. I walked up on we was out on 125th. We was over there by our red field table. Yeah.
Oh, all right. My bad. I missed it for a second, man. My wife had to click over and tell my wife good night. So, my bad.
He right over there in front of Brother Abdul, the Nawapian Brother Abdul, in the red pill table on 125th. Right there on the corner.
All right.
Abdul table right there on the corner.
What's up with this Malik cat, man? What's up with Malik, man? What's his problem? Can somebody please tell me where he's getting his information from? The light-skinned Cuban brother, Malik, that be on the street. He be Sardetta always starting up arguments and stuff about Bobby Anoon, about Dr. York talking about Pickle Man and shit. This motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? The light-skinned dude is Cuban.
I heard his voice, but I never seen his face. I heard it as soon as you said Pickle Man. It's one nigga that be on Sunday Tip talking about, is Pickle Man really real? What about Pickle Man?
That's him. That's Malik. He be him and Chuck Morgan and what's that, Sixth Dynasty?
Right. That nigga Chuck Morgan is 007 though, ain't he? That nigga Chuck fucking
man.
And Nupu.
And Noel.
And Certified Noel.
No God.
No nut. Call that nigga no nut.
Yeah, what's up with Nupu?
Man. What's up with Nupu?
Yeah.
I don't really get into him.
That nigga's a piece of shit. Hey man, these niggas, like, I be watching these niggas, right? These niggas ain't like, as soon as you ask these niggas, okay, I understand, you know, I want to understand more about this new pool, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what have y'all done since Doc has been locked up? I mean, where's your land? Where's your books? Where's your, your flag? Where's your group? You know what I'm saying? Where your nation at, nigga? And this nigga, man, all he could do is go right back at our nation, besides saying what the fuck they got going on. So that's how you get them niggas all the time. Chuck duck ass, fuck ass niggas. Just ask them, what the fuck have you done? Nigga, what the fuck are you and your dad done, nigga?
Man.
And that nigga's a straight agent anyway, man.
Man, did you see the debate between Noel and Prince York on Sardetta?
Man, I seen old Juicy Wet Lips battling Prince York.
Oh, man, Lord have mercy. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That got Prince fired up on that one. They got him fired up on that one, bro.
They took Prince down so fast, man. That shit scary, bro. As soon as he started going on Silent Hill, bro, they took that nigga down so fast. They didn't, man, them motherfuckers.
They sure did.
Boy, them motherfuckers. Boy, that. Man.
I know what I feel you. You ain't got to say another word. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm so sad for my brother. I'm so sad for our brother Prince. But I know the Most High got him, got him. But I know.
Yeah, they start bringing up charges and everything, man. All kinds of stuff started hitting the young brother.
Please keep the young brother in y'all prayers and in y'all, you know what I'm saying, everything, man. That's our little brother, man. We please, bro. Please, man.
Prince is the only one I like listening to. I don't listen to any of them other jokers. Like they don't even, and it's funny because whenever he comes on the scene, it's very obvious that they don't have any information that can contest what Prince is talking about. But they get frustrated.
Nope.
Then they start getting disrespectful. It's just funny.
Age.
They don't have no information. Like they can't. They don't have nothing. And it's funny to me because they got so much to say as far as being disrespectful, but your information can't stand against the young brother.
Can't mess.
Nope.
But Prince be going ham.
He be slaying them. He be slaying them every time, and they get their feelings hurt, and they want to get disrespectful. Don't get disrespectful. Build with the brother. This is my whole thing. It's like, and then even if you can't, this is my thing with the family on that side. Even if you can't get something, even if you disagree, go with look for what you can agree on and move forward. We'll figure out the rest later on. But if you can't agree on certain things, find things that you can agree on as a nation, as a people, and then move forward. We'll iron out the rest later. But everybody wants to prove somebody wrong. We're all supposed to be about our people. So if we're all about our people, let's agree on that. Let's be one mind on that and move forward. But all this debating, I can't stand it. All this debating crap. It's like a vicious rap battle. I feel like I'm watching SmackDown. You're like URL or something.
Right. And it's causing a static too.
But here's the thing. I like the battles, man. But if we could just do the battles and at the end take a score and see who really won, then and do a fact check. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man,
we got to have a fact check round. Like when y'all niggas get to cussing each other out, talking about each other's mama and the religion and gods and all that, we gonna do a fact check in front of the world to see which one of you niggas is invited back to the show. Because one of you niggas got to get kicked off the show.
Right. For bringing false information. That's right.
Yeah, Young Pharaoh can't come back because this nigga done showed me a goddamn picture of a goddamn alien with a goddamn
man.
This nigga done had a Photoshop. Goddamn.
Bro.
He cannot.
He's a Google master. That's what he is. He's a Google baby. A Google millennial.
A Google baby. Yeah. But he tried though, man. The nigga tried to go against young phenom Prince York, but shit, young Google baby ain't had no choice, did he?
Nope.
The nigga pulled the Photoshop. The nigga pulled out the Photoshop.
Nah, he can't speak no other languages neither.
Yeah, exactly. You can't speak another language, but then trying to tell Prince York about some language and where it comes from.
Right.
You know.
Hey, y'all. I used to work at a place, right, where it's kind of like a juvenile detention center, but all the juveniles was there to be diagnosed with mental illnesses. So it was like a hospital for mentally ill adolescents. And we had children all the way from the ages of 12 on up to 18. And when I seen young Pharaoh, all the little brothers in there I used to talk to. You know, I used to always talk to them about right knowledge, always. Helping them to, Dr. York and all his materials and the Nwapian family and all. I used to be talking to them cats, on the low, on the slide, not trying to make too much of a fuss, but easing the knowledge to them because they ain't having nothing but a bunch of time.
So good, brother.
Huh?
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to get understand. Cut your nuts.
I couldn't make out what he said, y'all. Anybody translate for me real quick? I think your phone was breaking up on my end. Y'all there?
I think he might have been talking about his phone breaking up. I think he said, "Give me a second," if I heard him right.
Oh. All right. Well, let me continue then. But yeah, what I was trying to say is he reminds me of somebody that come right out of one of them places. Because he has a problem with any elder that challenges. He got a problem being challenged, period. If you challenge his information, and he when you go past his level of education, that's when the insults start. When he can't keep up with you, that's when the yelling and cussing and all the name calling and stuff starts. So it's a distraction. And it serves as a bunch of entertainment, too, for a lot of the listeners. I used to have that same debate thing going on with them children in this place. And I said to myself, these are kids now. They're going to be grown soon, and they're going to be out here marrying somebody's daughter and bringing that madness to somebody's home here soon. Because there's a whole lot of people that don't know this is what's going on. They're putting our children on medication to make them crazy. It's messing with him. This one little brother was on medication that was giving him titties. No bullshit. He showed me.
Yes.
It was giving him titties. He couldn't sleep. There was also it was brothers in there, man. They would wake these brothers up in the middle of the night at 4, maybe like 4 in the morning to take blood, man, to get blood drawn. And there was a lot of children scared of that. So, they would send me back there because, I was called a youth leader, but they pretty much, I'm security. I'm not no fool. I knew what I was there for. So a lot of times, when the children would go off and start swinging and stuff, I was in charge of the restraining crew, getting them together and calming them down. But never once did I ever inflict intentional harm on any of the children. And I would see staff members doing this shit. And I'd be looking at them going, man, what's wrong with you? Why are you trying to break his arm? You know what I mean? And they'd be looking at me going, you better get with the program. These niggas is crazy. And they'll kill you and this and that. And, trying to put fear in my head. But I never once had to hurt any of them, restraining them. And they all respected me for that. Not only did they respect me for that, they respected me for the information I was giving them. They respected me for my talents as well. I could draw, and I would come up there and work a double shift sometimes just so I can interact with the brothers to let them know it's somebody out here to give a damn about your well-being, telling them how to eat and stuff. You know what I mean? I had a purpose while I was there, but I was there too long, 3 years. I was there 3 years before they fired me, and they fired me because of a procedure I was supposed to get done where I was supposed to take this class and to keep my credentials, but I didn't take it in time, and they let me go because of that reason. But it was about time for me to leave because it got to the point to where I was becoming like the rest of those assholes there that had started rejecting the children. So I had to leave that place. But that's what young Pharaoh reminds me of, one of them little brothers in there, because he's unstable mentally with his temper. Hey, not to mention, y'all, it was a lot of pedophilia shit going on there, too. Staff members, messing with them girls, and a lot of girls in there that had been molested already in there coming on to the staff members, bro. So, I was exposed to a lot there at this place. A whole lot. Behind the scenes, crazy stuff going on with our children when they're not taken care of in a house that got a functional family. But I'm done, y'all. Y'all go ahead. I just wanted to put my 2 cents in.
Save the Children World Movement.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, Brother Shu.
Yeah, brother, I'm here.
Yep. You can tell about, how ATUN-RE is in the center seat and a little bit on alchemy.
Well, basically, we supposed to 7 of us are supposed to assist him, the seven thunders, on certain alchemies that we have to do, certain scheduled alchemies we have to do. I don't know if I'm really allowed to really speak on everything. I got to get, that's basically going to be his call, but, because I don't want to, say the wrong thing that I'm not supposed to say, because there's an order to it. But, there's certain things that's going to be done. That's why sometimes he'll ask us to send him certain things. Like at one time he was asking us to send him gold, but you already know the monatomics is also a part of it as well, But I know he's doing everything by a certain schedule, because everything has to be scheduled a certain way, Because at the same time we have to do a little fake out, because that there's different entities that's watching and hating, Because
right.
the devil has supplanted himself so much with his own wicked alchemy, So it's like we have to be very careful at the same time. Like I was telling before we were talking, how like you'll be attacked and the people that's attacking you won't even realize they're attacking you because they're being possessed, like how your body is a car and you always have to be in the driver's seat. And how when you watch The Matrix, how when they told Neo that everybody can be a potential agent, and how like regular people walking in the street in The Matrix can turn into an agent at the drop of a dime. That's basically what's going on. It could be somebody in your family. It could be your sister or your brother. They just turn on you for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And it could be as simple as
that's a fact.
You might be helping them and giving them what they want, and then there might be a situation where, you can't give them what they want like you've been giving them what they want, and it just skeets out their mind that you've been giving them what they wanted all the time. Now the one day you can't perform, they just black out on you and just call you every name in the book and tell you ain't nothing and all this crazy stuff. It could be your boss. It could be your coworker. It could be somebody at your job that you helped out. And then all of a sudden, for some weird, like, for example, at my job, there's a new guy there that I was talking to, helping him out. And one day at the job, I was telling him, I was like, bro, you shouldn't, because I work at a wine company. So I was telling him you shouldn't put the wine in the bin like that because an accident could happen that way. And I was trying to show him, you should do it this way. And then then out of nowhere, the brother looks at me and says, well, if an accident does happen, it's going to be your fault. You're going to get blamed for it. And it bugged me out when he said that because I'm like, brother, you the one that's putting it there like that. And I'm trying to, like, stop you from having your accident. So for him to...
Trying to say you jinxed him, right?
Yeah, and I'm time sensitive. So when people talk a certain way, I already feel some type of way where you're coming from. So I already knew I was under attack. So I just left the brother be. Because I'm not even going to battle with you like that. I'm going to let you battle yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and you could just tell that he was in attack mode. Now, what's interesting about it is when I fell back from the brother, now he comes back to himself. Now he's back in his body. You know what I'm saying? Now he's back in the driver's seat, and he's looking at me like, damn, brother, what did I do wrong? You see what I'm saying? He don't. That's what I'm saying. I had to learn to have patience with people because these people don't even be knowing when they possess. And it's not just them as well. I gotta watch myself too and make sure I'm in the driver's seat because it can go both ways. And it's
exactly right.
And it's crazy because this devil is not stopping. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you before, he's an emotional person. He's always been emotional. He's a very emotional boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's making everybody around us very emotional, where at the drop of a dime, somebody will black out on you. Your own brother. You know what I'm saying? You'll be trying to help the brother, you know what I'm saying? And the brother will just black out on you for no reason. Don't even understand why. Or you might come into a room. You in a certain frequency. You come into the room, and somebody in the room will say, I don't know what it is about that brother, but I just don't like him. Why you don't like that brother? That brother ain't do nothing to you. Now all of a sudden you don't like him?
I've done that before, bro, so I'm gonna speak out and say it. I was doing that in high school to a brother one time. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that it was me at one point. I had to mature out of that, though.
It was all of us. How about that? And the bottom line is, you know, sometimes, you know, somebody will come in a room and it could go both ways. It could be as far as, like, for example, a brother might come in the room and he might be negative, and everybody in the room is on a certain frequency and they can feel his negativity. You know, but we got in that situation, what we got to do is we got to try to help that brother switch his polarity, because his polarity's off. You know what I'm saying? But then you got the brothers who polarity is off, and they saying they don't like that brother because his polarity's right, and they want to stay being a demon. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a brother one day. Who I watched grow up. I practically raised this brother. Me and his older brother used to run together before his older brother got deported to Haiti. And one night, this brother, out of nowhere, but I realized he was crying out for help. But he was so emotional that he weakened himself so much that the entities that we at war with jumped inside the brother and tried to hurt me. Out of nowhere, the brother.
Hey, I got a story just like that, bro. Don't I, Dion?
Yeah. Yes,
I'm
you
sorry,
do. You just told it.
I'm sorry, I had to say it because I got attacked the same way, bro. I got attacked the same way. But go ahead, proceed.
The brother pulls out a knife and tries to stab me. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I didn't know a little something, he would have stabbed me. You know what I'm saying? Now, the next day, he's on the block, and I'm in a tinted up car, and he's standing on the block with a demon face, just staring at everything like he's ready for trouble. Now, what's deep about it is, if I was a different type of brother, he don't even see me in the tinted up car. I could have did something crazy to him from that car. If I was on that frequency. You know what I'm saying? So the next day I see the brother on the block, and I'm halfway ready to put the 5 fingers of death on the brother. You know what I'm saying? And the brother starts approaching me, and he just looks at me like, yo, big bro, please, I'm sorry. He starts bowing down, and he's like, I messed up. I just was going through some stuff, and I got real, like, out of my mind and emotional, and I played myself. You family, I can't believe I tried to stab you. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. And he just, you know, and I just looked at him, and I just was like, brother, you was possessed.
Yeah.
Somebody was in your car driving you. You was possessed, brother. And I, you know, and it's just a crazy situation, man. It's like, you know, you have to, all of us have to be very careful when we are going out in the world, and we have to pick our places that we, you know, hang out at very carefully, and you always have to be, you know, on point and just be ready, because you never know when you're going to be attacked, whether it's verbally or whatever, whether it's physically, and also, you know, you got to be on guard psychically, because your psyche can be attacked all the time, and we deal with that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just all of a sudden, all these negative thoughts trying to come your way.
Right.
You like, damn, why? You start saying to yourself, why am I thinking like that? That's not you thinking like that.
Nope.
I was just going to say something about Pops bringing that up. I heard him speak on that way back. About psychic defense. Psychic defense.
How many you say it was? What is it, like 27? As long as your mother and father still alive, like 27 ancestors in you. And then after your mom or somebody passed away, you can add that, make it 28. Your dad passes 29, and you be the 30th. And this is, I mean, it's just going off of memory here, y'all. So, bear with me. Forgive me if I get something wrong.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and that's also dealing with the DNA, because not all of our DNA is good. Some of our DNA is junk DNA. That's why we have to breed that crap out of us. You know what I'm saying? But because at one time we didn't have all of this weak DNA in us, so we got to breed it out of us. And it's on, and that's what we got to do. That's why when we get with certain women, or our sisters, when they get with certain men, you have to get with the right mate. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have a child with this person, and you don't get with the right being that can balance out and breed that out, we can create black devils or create children with more mental problems. You see them
about that today.
You see them children sometimes, and you wonder why.
Hey, brother, Shoe, your phone is acting up. Your phone kind of acting up, brother. Shoe, you can kind of maybe stand still or go to a different area.
Fade now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's like, you want your children to have the best intelligence they possibly should have. You want them to be able to have the best intellect to know how to conduct themselves best possibly. You don't want to lower the frequency. If you're dealing with some woman that or some man for that moment for the sisters that's not on a certain frequency, if you decide to deal with that person before you even have children with them, you gotta the frequencies have to be raised, because it's going to be recorded in the DNA. Because the DNA records everything. So if she or he isn't raising their frequency or working on raising their frequency at the bare minimum, when you have a child, that's going to be reflective upon them because it's recorded in their DNA.
Right. It's just passed down. And then the child got to struggle with all the faults and flaws of the parents' DNA within them, too, along with what they're trying to develop.
Yes. And they can overcome it, but it becomes harder for them because this is the car that they've acquired from coming through whatever parents they came through. We got to make sure we got some good cars lined up for these new Etherians that are coming through, for these new children that are taking on these bodies. We want to have the best cars available on the lot.
Yeah, when I encourage my children. Go ahead.
No, finish up, brother. I'm sorry.
All I was going to say to ad-lib on that is I encourage my children to date, dark-skinned sisters. I got 2 sons, so I'm encouraging them that, and I'm also educating them on, the knowledge and everything I come across. I make sure they learn too. So, my older son, he's a little bit more influenced by what's happening now. And my youngest son is 10. He's that child that wants to please his father. You know what I mean? So I'm sure he'll probably definitely have a darker sister. Probably so he might have a sister straight from the motherland. I have no idea, but he's I can see him pulling towards that. My oldest son right now, I think he's dating a Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican, half Arab. I don't know how that mixture came about, but that's what he's dating right now. And this young girl is, I think they nuts. I think she's nuts. All right, and she already ran away from home once. And I'm looking at her, looking at my son, going, please don't corrupt my son. All the hard work I done put into disciplining him and making sure he can make good decisions on his own. To have a young lady come in that is confused genetically, and then have her mess my son up, and that's exactly what happened in most cases with when you start mixing everything up so much. People be confused as to what to do and where to go. They don't know. They have no idea how to advance that body they in. You know?
Yeah,
so I'm encouraging them. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, because once you told me that she's half Arab dealing with the East Indian, you know, that and then you throw the Puerto Rican, you know, DNA in there, which is a mixture of its own as well, you know, but with that pale Arab DNA, that's something else. You know, a lot of the pale Arabs, you know, they can't stand us, especially if you coming from a conscious standpoint, or if, like, for example, my uncle used to speak at the masjid, and he used to give khutbah. And after he was done, one of the pale Arabs would come to him and they'd be like, you know, Brother Jamal, your Arabic sounds good. But
you're breaking up again, Brother Shu.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, but you be coming in clear, and then it's
I got you on speakerphone. So let me take you off speakerphone. How about now?
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah. You good now?
I got you on speakerphone. Yeah. So what it is my uncle speaking at the masjid, and one of the brothers, you know, the pale Arab brother is going to tell him he needs to work on his Arabic a little, brother. And I'm just looking at him like, wow, you know, what's funny about it is that we were speaking Arabic before y'all and more rhythm and texture than y'all, but you just had to throw that in there because you didn't like the fact that a Nubian is up there speaking in the masjid where it's nothing but pale Arabs. Because we got a masjid down the block where it's nothing but pale Arabs. They're all rich. They're all doctors and lawyers. And hell, they buying up all the real estate in the neighborhood. You know, they just, you know, and as you know, about the story about Muhammad in the Quran, they hated Muhammad's family. Those pale and red Arabs, they hated them. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like when you go into a church and they got like the white Jesus thing going on, and you know, and then you got like the white Catholics and the white Christians. It's like the other side of the coin when you go into a masjid around pale Arabs. They know who you are. They know exactly who you are. And you start, you know, learning some Arabic and speaking some Arabic, they get mad and upset and start hating because they know that the rhythm of how you talk is going to be way better and in tune than when they talk, you know. And then when they make
on a higher vibration too, they scared of it.
And it's like when they make salat and the brother calls you to prayer and everything, you're singing when you're doing that. You're singing.
Right.
They act like you're not supposed to sing. When you're supposed to sing that. That's song being sung. You know, the average person, they might not even know what's going on, but they can't help but say, wow, that sounds beautiful. You know, like if you listen to some of the Thought Nubian with Pops, you know, or if you even go on YouTube and type in Bushwick tribute or the Ansar Allah community when Pops is calling, you know, everybody to prayer and everything, it sounds, the tones are just so beautifully and powerfully overwhelming, you can't deny it. You know, the tones are something else. That's why I find myself now listening to a lot of tone music. You know, I don't even, you know, if I listen to any regular music, I'll listen to like old school R&B. You know, like, you know, with instruments and things. You know, I'll listen to some of the hip hop just to be abreast of what the young people are into, so I can be able to communicate to them on their level. But other than that, as far as I'm concerned, that shit is hot garbage. You know what I'm saying?
It is. It is, but in order to communicate with them, you got to know their language. So you're right. And I tell them, elevating and keeping up.
Yeah, and I tell them all the time that music y'all listening to is hot garbage. And you know anything about hot garbage stinks.
Bad.
How y'all brothers get to that point? I've tried, but I say I'm gonna try to listen to this so I can relate, and I can't. And I'm also trying. I was just gonna say I'm also.
My God, brother, I'm sorry.
No, I just wanted to finish. The other part of the question is, because I'm also being aware of if I'm listening to it, am I lowering my vibration? So I get caught between that question or not. Go ahead.
If you can block it out psychically, no.
That's a good question because it is a weird, difficult task because the frequency that music is on, it's so retarded that before you know it, you singing that crap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you always got to remind. So what you got to do is, and they get mad sometimes, but then they end up doing it. You got to laugh at that shit. You hear these niggas? I'm not like what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and not only that, bro. Not only that, I teach my children to find the instrumentals and create their own words. I tell them, I said, listening to somebody else's words, it can become hypnotic to where you're repeating after somebody else's words or creativity or thoughts, and therefore you're not speaking for yourself when you repeat after them. I said, but if you listen to your own music or instrumentals, you can hum and come up with your own tune to probably change the vibration or frequency that music is putting out in your head. So I always do that.
Yeah, because anything all of us, you know, are supposed to be muklasinas, if you will. You know what I'm saying? 144,000 is about 144,000 Melchizedek type of beings, 144,000 ATUN-RE type of beings. That's why the saying is ATUN-RE will say, "My name is ATUN-RE. What is your name?" And the response is ATUN-RE. Because all of us are supposed to be on that frequency. So one thing about a Messiah is he or she has the ability to take something dirty and make it clean. So when you listening to that stinking heart garbage, you know what I'm saying? What you do with it is you laugh at it, and you have to halfway show them how retarded it is. Because, like, for example, I was at my cousin's house the other day, and they're youngsters, and they're trying to rap. They're trying to get into the industry, bless their hearts. You know what I'm saying? And they had these young females there that are supposed to be rapping. And I was telling them, you need to practice freestyling off the top of your head. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
The young sister was like, well, I need to be drunk or high to freestyle.
Man.
And I said, you got it all wrong, sister. Yeah, I said, you got it all wrong, sister. You need to be able to do it like this. And she got intimidated a little bit because I don't rap no more. I feel like I'm too old to be rapping with these kids. But what I did was I gave her a freestyle, and she got intimidated and went and rap. And I'm like, you need to get up in the mix and get going with this. Stop doubting yourself. And it was just mind-boggling because all of these children are trying to rap the same retarded way, and all she kept saying was, what did she say? I went to the block. Whoa. I went to the drop. Whoa. I got me some lean. Whoa. Like everything was ending with that one line. Whoa. And I'm like, what? I'm like, no. I'm like, no, sweetheart. You got to get out of that. That's what they got y'all doing now. And on top of that, it's not original. You know what I'm saying? It's just
not at all.
The whole energy and the whole swag of these children is like robotic because all of them share the same frequency. It's like this new frequency they got our children on. It's crazy because first of all, what they did was they changed the production module from analog to all digital, and that was a big trick that the devil was doing right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I was still doing music, they were just about to change it to that. And I remember me and Kedar was talking, and Kedar went crazy. He was like, "You see what they're doing now? They trying to turn that shit digital." You know what I'm saying? And at the time, what'd you say, Kedar?
No, that was me. That was me, Anthony. I said Bobby Digital. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. And at the time, you know, I just was like, wow, because they sped the music up. They're speeding the music up because if you notice, time is moving so fast now. Time ain't never moved fast like this before. Remember how the seasons used to be? You go through fall, winter, spring, summer, and it would have a certain feel to how time would move. If you really pay close attention, time is sped the fuck up now. You don't have time for shit.
It's damn near 2 seasons.
Yeah, they don't even give you, like, you had time to grow up, you know, you had time to develop, Man, listen, you got to get now the way they done sped the time up. You got to catch on quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they not giving us time. They not giving the people time to develop. They done sped the music up, and that's a big part of the alchemy because music is very important in existence. You know, in the all, music is very important. So you speed the music up, you speeding time up. You know what I'm saying? And we need to get back into natural instruments because when they play these when one of these artists performs with a band, the song is not as fast as it is when you hear it on the record. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything is better.
Right.
I'm sorry. I thought I used to notice that years ago. I didn't know if it was me or not.
No,
nah,
right.
you was
I
right
used to notice that.
They done spend it because if you look at the different genres, if you look at the 80s, because I can go as far back as the 70s, but when you look at the 80s, there was a certain energy of time flow, and then when you go into the 90s, you know, it was sped up. The devil was tricky. He sped it up just a little bit faster, but you still have some normalcy. And now when you get into the new millennium, you see it. But now we in 2019, now it's just out of control. You know what I'm saying? And he did it very subtle. You know what I'm saying? He didn't just throw it at you right away. He did it very subtle and methodically. And now when you look at it, it's like, wow, we're at this point. I remember in 1995, Baba had scrolls about the feminization of hip hop, and Baba had diagrams of how niggas was going to be dressing. And this was, and back in 95, 96, when I saw this scroll, it was so far-fetched to me because hip hop was still very masculine and still very hardcore. And it's crazy. We're in that time now. And it's like, wow.
Remember when it first started, though, when hip-hop first started, how cats was dressing, too. Like rock and roll stars.
Yeah. And then we got it away from that. That's why Bob always talks about how at one time hip hop took lust out the game because everybody was wearing baggy clothes. You know what I'm saying? Now the devil done brought lust back in the game. I remember back in the days hip hop was not about strip clubs. Now hip hop is cultured around strip clubs. You know what I'm saying? It's
Thanks
crazy.
to BET Late Night.
There you go.
BET Late Night showing all of the niggas that can't rap in the clubs with booties bouncing around their heads while they spit their whack lyrics. and they're throwing money and stuff. And that influences a bunch of brothers to go, I need to get a bunch of cash so I can throw some money so I can have some booties in my face because I like booties. And that's what it do to you. You know what I mean? That's what it do to you. It drives you in a certain direction.
Because back in the days, we would have laughed at them niggas. They would have been clowns to us. But now it's normal. Now if you really can rhyme and really got skills, you don't get no play. I remember back in the days, if you couldn't rhyme, you'd be like, that nigga's whack. That nigga is whack. Get that nigga out of here. But now it's like you don't got to rap. Just have a catchy beat. And damn, if you got a nice video to throw a visual with it, with some ass and some cars and some jewelry, you got a hit. Because these niggas cannot rap. Yeah, these niggas cannot rap. What's that boy Kodak Black? He got that song, I got a Jesus piece. Don't believe in Jesus.
Yeah,
like,
man.
what, nigga?
Oh, my goodness, man.
Kodak Black is a clone. Kodak Black is a clone.
This is crazy. And when you listen,
Majin Buu, 6ix9ine.
Oh, my God. Don't give me twisted with 6ix9ine.
I don't like how feminine they all sound too, man. That really gets to me.
Looking feminine too.
Yeah, with the hairdos and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Jeans all super tight. That's not even healthy for your body. Your jeans being that tight.
Nope.
Right.
It's crazy. You're dressing like you one of them European models walking down the runway and shit. Like. Shit is crazy. It's crazy.
Remember that movie Robin Hood Men in Tights with Dave Chappelle in it? Yeah, that's where they started. They did the dance right there. That was some kind of ritual right there.
All day.
They made everybody sing it. All the men was in there singing it. Yeah, you know what I mean? They brought that right back. And that was during the baggy area too. The baggy area was on its way out.
Yeah, it's bananas, man. All you can do is just laugh at. All I can do is just let it get mad when you laugh at them. What you mad for? You're funny.
That's it.
I make fun of them. I make fun of them all the time. I'm silly. You want to be silly? I'm gonna be silly with you. Well, because I mean, one day I worked a long day at work, and my friend picked me up, and I was hanging out with him. And do you know how deep this is? I'm falling asleep in my friend's car while he's talking to me, and while I'm sleeping, he was playing the radio, and I'm like mid half sleep, half awake, and I couldn't hear anything else. But in my sleep, I said to myself, "Am I hearing things? Did I hear that nigga say, I got booty, I'm booty?" Like, what the? I woke up, I said, "What did that nigga say?" My friend just started laughing. He was like, "Nigga, you heard that in your sleep?" I said, "These niggas are crazy. Hell yeah, I heard that dumb shit." It's like
if you try to slick them, they sneak it in there too, real fast.
This shit is. I'm like, what the hell? Like I heard I think it was Kodak Black. No, it was Chief Keef, and I can't stand him. On one of his songs, one of his lyrics, he was like, what did he say? Hold up. He said, I shot him and I called him Poo Poo Boy. I was like, oh my God, what did this nigga just say? And that shit gets played? Like, come on, man. You called him Poo Poo Boy.
What about the suicidal songs they've been putting out?
Oh, I can't stand that song.
The depression they're putting on their music for the children.
I hate that song. I can't stand that song. They play that at they play music at my job, these young people. They be blasting it throughout the whole warehouse. Every time that shit come on, I tell them I can't stand that song. And then if I throw on if one of the older brothers throw on some old school music, they'll act like they don't like it, and then we'll start singing, and all of a sudden they'll be like, "Damn, OG, I like that shit." I said, "I know you like it because your soul, your DNA is calling out, brother. You listening to Poo Poo Boy and them. You got to get off that shit, man." Like I always tell the young brothers to wean them off the shit. I always tell them, if you gonna listen to that crap, you need to listen to some Stevie Wonder too to balance that shit, man.
No.
Like, you need to know. You need to know, like
some Black Thought.
Yeah, that's what I told my son.
Yeah, don't just listen. And then they end up liking it. They end up really liking it because I tell them, y'all got to learn about 3-part harmony. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to get into melodies. And once you start feeling those vibrations, you'll see what I'm talking about. Because that shit y'all listening to is hot garbage. It tastes, that shit is like going to the sewer and grabbing some garbage and putting that shit in a pot and cooking that shit. That shit going to stink like a motherfucker.
That's right. Right. A bunch of trash, bunch of garbage, man. I used to rap too, man, back in like mid '90s all the way up to like 2004 or 5. And I got tired of paying to perform at these whatever club we was performing at would be me and my brother and a bunch of other friends of ours and stuff. We was all kind of like solo rappers, but we had formed a conglomerate of local MCs for support. They ended up kind of forming like a group almost, kind of Wu-Tang, but we wasn't no Wu-Tang, trust me. But, however, I got tired of going in there and cats is charging you to perform. Then when you bring your people with you, they want you to charge everybody at the door that you bring in. And you ain't bringing nothing but 2 or 3 people with you. They can't get 2 or 3 people in after you done paid for a spot to perform, and then they cut your time short once you're trying to perform. To move in for a bigger clique that paid a little bit more money than you. So I'm like, man, this right here is a trap. I said, you can't get big. It's hard to get big where I'm from, locally. You got to move somewhere else, get known, and then move back. Now everybody they be on you. They ain't going, oh, yeah, that's my man. I'm like, nigga, you don't know me. You weren't giving me no love when I was rapping locally around this motherfucker. Yep. And they don't treat you like shit when you do it locally because they going, I went to school with that nigga. He ain't no more special than me. That's how they feel.
Yeah.
So, it's a crazy crab in a barrel mentality going on around anybody that's trying to be successful in the music industry because, the talent in music is abundant among Black people. You can find anybody, man, it's sisters that look like moon cricket frogs that got angelic voices that you'll never give a chance until you hear her singing at a subway somewhere just randomly, and her, dressed down and shit, looking like somebody's mama, and then she open her mouth, start singing, you going, what? You have no idea that she's that beautiful internally because you'd have been programmed to look at her on the outside only. You're not even accepting the fact that you can put her voice on the record, don't even never show her face, right? Make her a star. And then make sure she get the bread and everything. She could be a writer or a vocal coach or anything, but they look past them beings like that.
Yeah. That's why I love the 70s.
Go ahead, brother.
That's why I love the 70s, because the 70s
they had their own
was
sound.
So, yeah, and everybody, if you look at the 70s, everybody was trying to wear afro. You had white people trying to get afros. 70s was very powerful. 70s was very powerful, and we was about to go hard with the sun cycle energy. But then, like I said, when them witches did that goddamn ritual, they got that extension, and then what happened? Superfly came out, and all these guys, and the Mac, and all these pimp movies. And then before you know it, it went from afros and dashikis. Now motherfuckers got perms. And then when the 80s came out, everybody had a jerry curl. The 80s came out, the jerry curl was a motherfucker. Follow the drip, follow the drip. Everybody had a goddamn jerry curl.
Man, this cat still in Arizona rocking jerry curl. You know, it ain't a time lapse.
And you know what's funny?
Hey, brother, Shu.
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, go ahead. I just want to. I'm gonna touch back when you finish about the witches. But go ahead.
Yeah. But it's crazy because I was a little dude in the 80s, and I went to my mama one day and I told her I wanted some jerry curls because I didn't, because I was a little kid caught up in that. Yo, my mama looked at me like I was crazy. She said, "Nigga, you ain't getting no goddamn jerry curls. Shut your ass down."
Oh, ain't you glad she did tell you that though?
Oh yeah, I was happy
back then you probably was mad about it, but now you going, man, she saved me.
Yeah, she did.
That's what I tell my sons, bruh. I'm like, boy, you're going to be mad as hell at me right now, but that's all right. When you turn about 25, 26, 27, you get you a woman, you're going to look back at all the morals and stuff that I implanted in your brain that I just planted there, and they're going to come out in your actions. You ain't even going to know where it's coming from. But then when you realize it, you're going to look and go, damn, thanks, Dad. You see what I'm saying? I do it now by my pops.
That's why one thing I say about coming to America, Eddie Murphy touched on that with the Soul Glow.
Mhm.
He touched on that, Wow. But one of the brothers was on the line. I didn't want to cut him off. Let me shut up for a minute.
Oh, you probably talking about what I was just talking about with the witches?
Oh yeah. What were you talk? What you want to talk about with that?
I'm just curious on as far as these beings being around and what they did.
Yeah, because
how can we be aware of these beings that they are actually witches and that they've done what And they
well, one thing is you could feel them. Like for example, you could be on a sub. This is what I'm talking about. Especially like I said, we have to be very careful what we dealing with. Like for example, we being elders, I could be on the subway, and I won't even go into a psychic thing. I'll just talk kind of physical now. I could see what somebody's wearing. You follow what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And from what they're wearing, I know who they are. And they might be, and you know what? And not all witches are bad. You might have some good witches. You know what I'm saying? But you might have the witches that are part of a order, or a sisterhood for the females, that are out to get you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then you might have some that are from a different order, but their order isn't against what you're doing, and they respect who you are. It's just what you're dealing with. Mm-hmm. Now, you'll have certain beings, and then you got to know where you're living at. I'm in New York, so New York is one of the hubs of the beast for real. Like, you got the Dakota House. Man. You got the Dakota House still standing. If you know anything about the Dakota House, that's the house where Pope Paul the VI, You know, now you take the 2 P's and you reverse it. That's 2 sixes, 666. Paul the Sixth came to visit a child that was to be born in that skyrise apartment. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the devil's sons that was born, and they were doing a ritual for his birth. Many dignitaries and world figures came, and that situation happened in 1966 on the 6th month, on the 6th day. They were dealing with a lot of sixes, and the sixth pope, Paul, came to visit as well that child, you know what I'm saying, to be a part of that ritual and to pay homage. Now, if you know anything about the Dakota House is where John Lennon got killed at. The Dakota House is where Donny Hathaway got thrown out of a window because they knew Donny Hathaway was going to change R&B, you know, for the better. You understand what I'm saying? And Melba Moore lived in the Dakota House, and she got the hell out of there because she said she was scared to death because there's all type of entities running around there. You know what I'm saying? And if you ever and the devil is so slick with it, he got people so dumbed down that he was telling you what he did when he made the movie Rosemary's Baby. He made the movie Rosemary Baby 3 years after that incident. That incident happened in 1966. Rosemary's Baby came out, the movie, in 1969. Because we deal in a three-dimensional world. We deal in a three-dimensional world, so he did that movie 3 years later to tie into that alchemy. You know what I'm saying? And in that movie, he told you what he did because he has many children. You know, remember the 200 fallen angels had children. The 24 came down and had children as well to counter what they did. So we come down and we have children, just like they come down and have children. So this devil, you know, and dealing with the witches, you know, the Dakota House is right, like next to Central Park, and these witches are part of that Thule Society order. You know what I'm saying? And if you know about the Thule Society, Madame Blavatsky and Aleister Crowley and all them devils, you know what I'm saying? This order is still around today. You know what I'm saying? And they know what's going on.
Don't she answer to the Ashtar Command, the Pleiadians and them?
Yeah, she's connected to all of them. They're connected to reptilians, all of that. Aleister Crowley did a ritual, and a motherfucking reptilian that looked like, and a reptilian that looked like goddamn Yoda personified in his room. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these people know what they're doing, and we got to know what we're doing. Because once we get into
and they lying too. They putting out a lot of misinformation now. Sorry, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Nah, you good. Nah, definitely. And what it is once we get into the alchemy, they can't stop us because we have the genetic code. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why when you hear of like alien abductions on TV, you always see us with white people because us as non-ether beings, us as Nubians, we have a certain level of protection that they don't have. But what we have to do is we have to make sure we don't put ourselves on their frequency, and because you can lose your ether, you know what I'm saying, and even dumb yourself down to a lower etheric frequency if you're not careful. You know what I'm saying? There's only one black man back in the days that was recorded that got abducted, and you know why? Because he wasn't a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was a white man trapped in a black man's body. His wife, him and his white wife. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 60s.
Talking about the one that was on Howard Stern.
He might have been one of them, but that's the you know what I'm saying. I don't know if you're talking about the brother that might have been the brother, but that brother, the brother you talking about, I think, was the brother that said he had a good experience with the Pleiadians. And they showed him different things.
Nah. When I'm talking about the brother, I'm talking about short, very short beings. It was almost like he was talking about Maldakians almost, but he was talking about having sex with them and everything. Like they would come visiting and take him up in the craft, and he said he got babies by extraterrestrial women and everything, man. From this species of beings that used to come to see him, as if he was family, and this is a brother, and this is Riley. It starts with an R. His name starts with an R. Two R's. And he was on Howard Stern, and he was also, I think, on Phil Donahue. And he might have been on Jerry Springer too.
Yeah, he was indigenous.
Smoke a lot of weed too.
Yeah.
What?
And his story was always the same. I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
Well, I was gonna say I think I know who you're talking about. It's a video. I never really played it and got into it, but I tapped in for just a second. It was a Nubian man with his white wife. They sitting on a couch telling the story.
Yeah.
I forgot what part of the country they were in, but I'm thinking that's who you're probably talking about.
Who you talking about, me or Brother Shoe?
Brother Shoe. He said the brother wasn't really Nubian. He had his white wife and all that. Yeah, there's a. I've seen something like that, but I didn't watch it all the way.
Yeah. Hey, Brother Dion and Brother Maurice, y'all get the video I sent y'all earlier about the fires in the fire in California and how they talking about that was a ritual that was done?
Nah, I got it, but I ain't check it out yet. You know, I was at work or whatever, so I didn't get the chance.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, David Wilcox.
Yeah, I jump on there.
Is on there telling them that it was black magic done in California that blazed that town in California up real bad. And he was also talking about some beings, talking about some white Centaurians that was living there that had like underground passage to bunkers to where if they made it to their homes, they might have got out of there alive. But they said the fire was being cooked and heated up by lasers and stuff that they could see coming through the smoke. And it was literally burning the metal off the cars. It's like, how hot fire got to be to burn, the metal of the cars?
Yeah,
and it was, so that's what I was wondering if y'all seen that video that I sent you.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do, though. Yeah, I'll definitely check it.
And they did that to turn your head from the green star that hit the planet Earth in Texas. Around that time, that's when they did that thing with that Nikola crap to bring out that fire. So your attention went that way. A lot of people don't know about that green light that hit Texas.
Wow. Yeah, we just found out about it today from you. Just found out about it today or tonight.
One of the firefighters mentioned that he's been working there for like over 50 years, and he came with his credit saying they have 55,000 something hours, and he was explaining how this fire was so intense, and he was like, "Wait a minute, it wasn't in the forest. It wasn't. This is a residential neighborhood." And there was a place that was called Molly. Now, one of the guys, some actor had, he didn't like putting his money in the bank, so he keeps his money in a safe. He said when he got to his house to check the safe, he said the safe was dust. How intense.
Damn.
And you can see, if you look from the sky, you can see a round circle like something aimed at that particular area. Now, what's funny is that in that area that's burnt, around it is the forest.
And they said the fire was very controlled too, like it was being guided and directed.
Right. It
wouldn't hit certain houses and things too. So, yeah. They know something happened. That's why I was like, we got some alchemy on our side too. They working on our side too.
Right. Because they're fighting certain ETs. Yeah.
Yeah,
just got to do our part.
Young Elder, the only one that's countering their lies, or should I say not their lies, because they're not telling lies, they're telling half of the truth. What they do is they leave a whole bunch of information out and then just tell you they can't talk about it. And the information that they really leaving out is the information that they know about us. That's what they leaving out, because they're trying to prepare their people to hurry up and leave and form alliances with the Ashtar Command and all. That's what they're doing. And I'm listening to them going, you motherfuckers don't never talk about a Nubian extraterrestrial. Not one. Y'all talk about blue ones, green ones, yellow ones, all these pasty-skinned motherfuckers, but you don't never talk about no Nubian extraterrestrials. I said, now this right here, this is catch-22 to this shit. And I've been listening to them for about maybe 5 or 6 months now, and following them, trying to see what their tactics are. And they're definitely forming some type of new religion around it. They definitely are. They talk about all different types of extraterrestrials, and the only ones they talk about are the weird-looking ones, the ones that are different colors. They don't never talk about no black ones, as if we don't even exist outside of Earth or some shit. And then the motherfuckers coming back from the past and everybody coming back from the past talking about they time traveling, right? These lying-ass motherfuckers is on there talking about the future, and they don't say nothing about no niggas in the future.
Yep.
So I'm going, what dimension that in?
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Hey, trying to shut us out like we don't exist in the future, like they can actually live here without us. You crazy? Motherfuckers ain't figured out how to get bodies like these yet. They still trying to steal them from our DNA. That's why I tell my son, I said, watch who you having sex with. I said, man, listen, don't make no I don't care what kind of fun you have. Just don't make no babies by one. Don't bring no white girl in here talking about she pregnant. Don't do that to me. I told him, I said, you'll be making your genes weak. So you'll have the chances of your and I'm not sure if I'm scaring him or not. And I don't want to scare him, I just want to educate him. But I told him the chances of his baby being born with some type of deformity or defect will increase.
Well, you remember my story, Anthony, about my firstborn? And as I tried to, as we were still dating, and I brought the NGL over and all of that. Remember that story? Yeah, she took off that scare. She wasn't ready for all that. Well, she pretty much saw to it that she was going to raise him completely away from all of this right knowledge. To where at this point, at 22 years old, that's all he sees in his life is this big old ugly white girl too. And I don't know what to do. I do not know what to do. She feels me. I speak, and that's it. And I don't know how to reach him because his mother, for whatever reason, I believe she just was a black devil. I have to accept it. She would not even look at the NGL or anything or hear me out,
I got one for you.
But she's got him to the point where I was never able to give him anything about self-knowledge of himself and his peoples. So he don't hate or nothing.
I'll give you one better. All right? Give him a book about them so he knows what he's dealing with when he's laying down in the bed at night. I got a book called Mummies, Vampires, and Cannibals, A History of Corpse Medicine During the Victorian Period, by author named Richard Suggs, or whatever that dude's name, Suggs, I think, spelled S-U-G-G. But he's a white man, and he telling it all on them. He telling their whole thing, like where vampires come from, where the whole ideology of that comes from is from them. Because back in the days, they used to have they had epilepsy real bad, and in order to cure an epileptic fit, they would drink warm blood. They found out that was the fastest way to stop an epileptic fit. So it was physicians back then that would actually prescribe somebody warm blood. And then what that person would do was they'd wait by the gladiator arena, and when somebody would get killed and blood be coming out of their body, they would have that person drugged to an area where this person could then kneel down and drink blood directly out of their body as it was coming out. This is the kind of stuff that was going on back then that they talk about in this book. Once you tell him this and tell him that the history of these motherfuckers is so vicious, you might not want to be trying to, procreate with that. You might not want to, taint your genes with something that's vampiric or something that's parasitic, so to speak.
Right. Well, I may need to borrow that book then until I can get my own. And I want him to check out Leviathan. I got Leviathan 666. Pops go into detail genetically on the 11 tribes right there too. So That speaks a lot if you're not familiar with that one. It's just the time spent. If I can get that time with my oldest, to sit down with him and give him what I should have gave him as a little boy growing up, if I get that time, I believe I can get him. But right now, that's pretty much what I'm dealing with. Nice young man, was raised pretty decent on manners and all those things, but have no sense of self-aware, self-knowledge.
Yeah.
So,
and he don't think
that bothers. As a father, that bothers me. Of course, it bothers me because I'm militant in such a way. Boy, that burns me to see. I can't help it. And so to see him, and it's like you said, you want to choose to have fun. That's okay, but also be aware of these sisters out here, man. That's who's for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's aware of what's. Most people when they don't feel highly of themselves, then they down. Well, I don't know what word I want to use for that, but they date down. They don't go for the best shot. They don't shoot their best shot. They just whoever will accept them is who they roll with. So I didn't get a chance to groom this boy, but I think it's gonna work out eventually. I'm gonna try what you're talking about.
You gotta remember too, Brother Dion. This is the age where you don't have to actually have the courage to approach a woman and get rejected. You can just talk to her on social media, and if she don't like you, then then you save face. See, when we were younger, you had to have courage to address a woman and approach her and get her number and stuff, and it took balls, man. If you ain't had no steps for that, you couldn't do it. See, so we built up the confidence. You see our brothers around our age. We know we got what we wanted. 9 times out of 10, eventually.
That's right. That's right. Now that's dealing with my second son. He's so crazy about this technology that he because we won't get him a phone yet. He's determined not to make phone calls with our phones that we allow him to make phone calls with until he's able to get his own phone so he can just sit around and text.
All day.
See, that's what I'm saying with what the Elder Shu was saying, man. The brother, he's right, man. This stuff, these kids, boy, it's just a lot to. I'm like, my goodness. And I want him to experience that. I want him to experience sitting around. He got the girl's phone number. Remember that? And it took him forever. It took an hour or two for you finally dial up. And then when they answer the phone, you don't know what to say. You might hang up.
Man,
I want him to experience that though. I don't want your first couple of girlfriends or whatever your relationship and everything is on text.
Right.
You can't feel the vibrations from that.
We used to put each other on the spot. When I went out with my homeboys back in the day, we go, I know everybody probably did this, but we would sneak in the theater. And it would be a girl or a group of girls around our age, and one of the homies would just put somebody on blast. They just be like, hey, girl, hey, you in the such and such coat. My man over here want to talk to you.
Yeah.
And then you be looking going, nigga, I wasn't looking at her. But then
I remember that.
You're going to be embarrassed if you don't step up to the plate. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you got to eat that. You got to swallow that embarrassment. Or you step up to the plate, and then you get her number. Then you get to laugh at your homeboy that didn't think you could do it.
Right.
That's how I leveled up. That's how I leveled up when I was young. I had to go through
that. All that's part of learning how to be a man. In your own right. Experiencing those things. But I just thought I'd touch on that with both my boys.
And another thing too, brother, about these young brothers, these young boys, they don't know how to fight anymore. They don't know how to fight. They've been playing these video games, and they're not going outside. They're not getting the kind of exercise they need to get. And then they meet up with some nigga that was raised in the hood like me. And then now, when it comes to what they have, and I don't got, somebody like me can take it from them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not tough. They're not tough. And then a person like that is tough from the streets, take that child and turn that child out and have him all tattooed up and cussing at you in the house, and you won't even know why. You'll be going, boy, okay, you just backbone. Where you get all tough at? Because he done been out there smacked around and pushed around by some nigga that made him to. You know, when I was young, that shit happened to me. You know, I had big cousins, all them, everybody that we lived with in the neighborhood made sure everybody, you had to be tough or you couldn't run with us. Tough, you had to be tough mentally and physically because they talk trash about you all day, mama and daddy. And you had to be able to fire them back. And these was people that you called your friends. I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
No, I just say I miss them days. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, them was the rites of passage days for me. Shoot, built my character up.
Did we lose the brothers?
Probably so. Y'all was going on about 2.5 hours now.
Okay.
He said he called him back in
about
though.
4 hours. Seemed like we've been going longer than that, Brother Tank.
3 hours. 3 hours and 19 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's been 3 hours? Oh, shoot, I don't remember. The recording say 2 hours.
Hey, I'm done, y'all. I'm going to let y'all brothers go. Not let y'all go, but, Shaddah Da. Peace and love.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks again, everybody. Shaddah Da.
Shaddah Da. Good night, everyone.
Good night, man. Y'all get some sleep.
Okay.
Good shadow hour. So long.
Good shadow hour.
All right.